that there are programs that will help people not only feed their pets, but to keep them.
We want to keep animals in the homes where they're already loved and keep them out of the shelter. So we have programs like our Ellie's Pet Pantry, where we provide pet food at no cost to people, with the idea that, by providing that assistance, they'll be able to keep their families together.
She added that by helping people feed their pets, they're also, in turn, enabling them to care and provide for themselves during this time. The future of the Pittsburgh Public Schools could look a lot different with fewer buildings, new staffing plans, and millions in projected savings. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has details.
Superintendent Dr. Wayne Walters unveiled the district's future-ready facilities plan Thursday night, a proposal that could reshape Pittsburgh Public Schools' 54-school footprint.
For too long, student experiences and outcomes in Pittsburgh have been shaped by uneven access to resources, programs, and facilities. This plan intentionally closes that gap. It does so by strategically reallocating resources, consolidating underutilized buildings, and investing in learning environments that serve all students well.
The plan projects $103 million in savings from shuttering 9 school buildings, along with changes to staffing, including some furloughs. A follow-up discussion is set for November 17th, with a possible vote to come after that. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Many people will be driving home from work on Monday in the dark. The return to Eastern Standard Time over the weekend will mean earlier nightfall. At least one state representative has had enough of changing the clocks and wants Pennsylvania to join other states in opting out of it. Russ Diamond is a Lebanon County Republican who tells KDKA-TV that changing the clocks leads to several health hazards.
The incidences of strokes go up twice a year in the weeks following the changing of clocks. There's a measurable decline in academic performance, and there's a measurable increase in accidents, workplace accidents, that sort of thing.
Diamond says staying on standard time year-round would mean more access to morning sunshine to help keep you energized for work or school. Lawmakers in Harrisburg have sent the governor a bill that would require school districts to notify parents and school employees of any weapons incidents. The bipartisan measure sailed through both the House and Senate and was presented to the governor on Thursday. Sponsors of the bill say there should be a much higher level of transparency around weapons taken into schools. Flyers with nut allergies are upset. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez explains.
Southwest Airlines has plans to serve pistachios for passengers in new premium seats to crack and eat next year. Parents with allergic kids and grown-ups with tree nut allergies themselves say the decision could be life-threatening. Many opponents who've taken to social media say they can't understand why a major airline would choose one of the leading allergens in the country to serve in a confined space. Southwest says it tested more than 50 options before it settled on pistachios. They'll come in 2 flavors, honey roasted or roasted and salted, beginning January 27th. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 60 points. The Nasdaq is up 228 points. S&P 500 also higher, up 35. KDKA Sports, Newcastle hosts Montour in high school football playoff action tonight right here on KDKA Radio. Our pregame coverage begins at 6. And Game 6 of the World Series is at 8 tonight from Toronto. The Blue Jays lead the best-of-7 series 3-2. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. TrustPJ.com. KDK Radio News Time 10:03. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/life.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Marty, it's pretty quiet out there. Gives us a chance to turn our eyes toward the weekend, where we have great news for drivers on I-579 and 279. Beginning tonight at 9, The construction zone lane restrictions on those roads will be reverting back to the normal traffic patterns. Yep. Over the weekend, you'll encounter single lane restrictions and traffic shifts on the northbound side of 579 between the Vets Bridge and 279. That'll be continuously through 5 a.m. Monday. Crews will be finalizing their pier repair work and reestablishing the original traffic patterns for you. So good news there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and chilly for the rest of Halloween with clouds, a few intervals of sunshine, even a brief shower, high 52. Mostly cloudy and breezy early tonight with a stray sprinkle, then partly cloudy late tonight, low 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Confused on where to start with weight loss medication? 95% of LifeMD patients said starting their weight loss journey was simple. Go to trylifemd.com now and see the best options with or without insurance for Wegovy, Zepbound, and more. Brian was approved for insurance coverage and lost 100 pounds.
I love the fact that insurance covered almost everything because pharmaceutical prices are going through the roof. The first time I realized that LifeMD was working for me was when the hunger started going away. I never thought losing weight would be this easy. It's given me more energy. I would recommend LifeMD to anybody.
Nearly 96% of patients said they would recommend the LifeMD program to anyone who wants to lose weight. Get started right now at trylifemd.com. That's TRYLIFEMD.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Bunch of people furloughed around the country. A bunch of people laid off. Bunch of folks unemployed right now. Bunch of people in the TV business got laid off. It's sad. I have at least 100 friends that have lost their jobs in the last year or so. At least. And there's this downward spiral in many businesses. And to be blunt, the media business is in bad shape. So many different outlets, so many folks cutting the cable, so many folks turning off the radio, that the market has been diminished. Revenue-wise, audience-wise, it's a crap show. And when people get laid off, it hurts. And then compound that by tomorrow, 42 million Americans. 42 million, man. That's people making about $15,000 a year, so you understand that, how many poor people there are. That won't get their food assistance. Right now, it sucks. I have an email from a mother, 3 kids, husband's a Catholic school teacher. They don't get paid. They're screwed. Flat out. I have a single mother, 4 kids. She's flat out broke. Asking us if we can get her some gift cards. Single mother reached out last night. Her son has had several transplants. In fact, we filled their house with furniture last year. The Levins giveaway. They're broke. Kid had a 5 organ transplant, 4 or 5. She's begging me for gift cards, for food. I'm not exaggerating. Went to Brian's house yesterday. Guy lives on less than $1,000 a month. And a 4-year-old boy saw that and wanted us to bring him gift cards. And we did. What's my point? People are hurting, man. So all this trick-or-treat stuff, and that's cool. But there's a interesting development in America right now. Despite what the stock market says, and by the way, rich people, man, are getting rich. And I mean rich. Like an explosion in the sale of homes in New York, in the Hamptons, over $15 million. An explosion in the sale of homes in Aspen, Colorado, over $20 million. And folks, they pay cash. Here's my question to you. This shutdown, who do you blame? Taking phone calls right now. Who do you blame? Democrats or Republicans? 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. Who do you blame? Democrats or Republicans? 866-391-1020. Who's at fault here? You could argue that the bill's already kind of been, the spending bill's already been approved. And the Democrats dug in because they have Americans who want this Affordable Care Act. You could argue that. Republicans say, let's negotiate that and move the country forward. Who do you blame? 866-391-1020. Not to be vulgar, but I think they both suck. Let's take some calls. Just grab the calls. Just put them on hold. Let's go. These people want to have a talk show with the producer. It kills me, slays me. Who do you blame? Good morning.
Good morning. I blame the Republicans because in that Project 2025, they were salivating over having this happen so they could start canning people, and they nobody's been complaining when they.
Something happened to his call. Someone happened to his call. Sorry, buddy. Who do you blame?
I will concur, the Republicans. We did know about the Heritage Foundation, Project 25, and Trump talked about this all along.
Who do you blame? Wow. I'm surprised.
Hello.
Who do you blame?
Hello.
Who do you blame?
I said the Democrats.
The Democrats. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. Just listen to Fetterman, and he'll give you the explanation. And I can agree to disagree with you. So I'm giving you my survey of Democrats. Bottom line.
Okay. Love her. Kind of cute. Who do you blame?
Hello?
Hello. Who do you blame, sir?
Hey, Marty, well, I got a different take. I blame both sides, and I even blame us, everybody else. I'll tell you why.
Right on.
I heard that the average check that these furloughed workers were getting, $4,700?
Yeah.
I only hope that that's for 2 weeks. So if that's for a month, and again, this is exactly what happens. George Carlin said it best. Our people in Congress are nothing more than just a representative of us. People just don't want to save money. I mean, I understand, being out away from work,
Wow. I lost his call too. But to his point, the average American doesn't have $1,000 for an emergency. And the average American family has less than $87,000 saved. He's right. It doesn't matter. I blame both sides. Both sides. No leaders. No courage. The only two men I don't blame, Fetterman and McCormick. Superstars, man. Those brothers get it. The PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is slow-go traffic for folks who are trying to get up onto the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge. Everything's moving. We've checked it with the PennDOT cameras, but you do have heavy traffic coming from the bathtub section of 376 and also coming across the Portal Bridge from the Fort Duquesne Bridge. Inbound on the Parkway West, you have minor slowdowns only around the Banksville interchange. Weekend ramp inspections. Speaking of the Parkway West, you're going to find lane restrictions and traffic pattern shifts right by the Carnegie interchange. That's exit 65. Crews will work inbound on Saturday from 6 a.m. to noon. They'll work the same hours on Sunday on the outbound side. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Fall in Pittsburgh. And does Rhino Shield do a business? Just ask business owner Mike.
I was watching TV one night and saw the Rhino Shield ad, and I thought, well, if they can do a house, they can probably do a building.
And remember, Rhino Shield's not pain, it's better.
So they came out and they gave me a price, showed me how the Rhino works, how it lasts, and how the guarantee works.
Pittsburgh, right now, you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off and 0% financing for 12 months.
They started on the building. They waited for us to leave, and they worked Saturday and Sunday so they wouldn't affect our business at all. This was the great part of it. I came back Sunday night, and you couldn't even tell they were here. There was no paint on the ground. They did a fantastic job.
Here's owner Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Don't paint. Don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
So, two things. My sis Barb is 2.5 years into her battle with pancreatic cancer, and they gave her a year to live. Just saying. She credits the wonderful care at UPMC, and I credit her courage along with that for keeping her alive. And my boy Norm, one of my closest friends, just went through months of chemo, also UPMC, and he credits the staff and the wonderful people there for keeping him alive. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Nonstop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Wonderful.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it hard to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Time to enjoy free play during October at the Bocce House of Pittsburgh. Visit boccehouse.com for more.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2, and you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You believe in miracles? I do. 2 reasons. My sister's cancer scores went from 560. It's a very high score for cancer. She has pancreatic cancer. In 1 month window went from 560 to 160. She's my unicorn, my sis Barb. Second thing. I have spent a lot of time, and so has Patrick, talking to folks about what happened actually last Saturday. Saturday night at Acrisure Stadium. This badass, and I mean that badass, superstar in the business, robotics, amazing cameras, they get those amazing shots at all the games. Keith Keller, Chicago guy, falls 50 to 70 feet from the top of Acrisure Stadium, right above the Bud Light sign. He's alive, and he has no head injuries. That, my friends, is a miracle. It just is. I've had a chance to talk to some of his friends and probably his closest friend, and I've got him on the line right now. Bill Brennan, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
It would be a miracle, wouldn't it? I mean, come on, man. Wrap your arms around this, right, buddy?
I can't wrap my arms around it.
It's very emotional, right?
I'm still, yeah. I'm still, I don't know. I'm still trying to reconcile everything that happened and where we're at now. It's been an interesting 6 days, 7 days. Everybody tosses miracle around, but
it's something.
There's something going on here.
Man, my man, just kind of, because I don't know him, but he's a rock star in that business, is he not, sir?
He's one of the best.
Yep. One of the best at some of the biggest events on earth, right?
Correct.
And an all-pro at these, they build their own cameras and install their own cameras. He is the man and loves this stuff, doesn't he?
He is. He's passionate about it, and he's very, very good at it.
And I love what you said last night. He's kind of a man of few words. It's just his actions are great, right?
He's a quiet dude, and really just lets his at work, lets his work speak for himself. So, you've been in touch with his wife, and you have spent a lot of time on this GoFundMe page. It's at about $140,000 because folks really do give a damn. That makes you feel good, doesn't it? Makes me feel fantastic. When I set it up, I set the original goal at 50.
Right.
And amongst the group, I said, man, if this thing hits $15,000 to $18,000, I'm going to be absolutely ecstatic. And a couple of the guys, one in particular, one of the guys in the group made a comment. He goes, nah, we'll blow past the goal by this afternoon. And I said, well, I certainly hope you're right. I'm being cautious in that, thinking that. And then by about 8:15, when we set it up, I can't remember, Tuesday, by 8:15 that evening, it had surpassed 100,000.
And people get ignorant. Why does he need that money? He has a job in insurance. It's a lot more than that, isn't it, sir?
Well, there's we don't know what the long term is.
That's right.
And his friends, and understand how I mean this, they don't care what the long term is. They want to make sure, no matter what it is, that he and his wife can concentrate on getting better.
Right on.
Without the, without the additional pressures of how the bills are going to be paid.
Right on. So tell us, update us. How is he doing?
As of last night, he was uncomfortable and in pain. That's to be understood.
Sure.
As far as I know, he's still facing, some more surgeries on his legs.
They were shattered. That's how it's being described.
Yeah, like I said, I last night when I was talking to you, I put that in there because I don't know the medical terms, but they were.
I love you.
Multiple breaks in both legs.
But he's alive.
Yes, he's alive.
And no brain damage. Come on.
Best we can tell.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It doesn't appear that he. I mean, at some point he had to hit his head, but it doesn't appear that he hit it with any significance.
And let me tell you this, folks. It was so touch and go. They had to ship blood to the scene to save his life. The EMTs, the rescue teams were amazing too, weren't they, Bill?
Oh, it was the guys on the crew, on the Sunday night crew were incredible. Everybody did, that was there, whatever needed to be done, and assisting, staying out of the way, keep them, whatever needed to be done. It was truly a group effort, to get him to the hospital. And obviously the paramedics, the first responders,
amazing, man.
I assume Pittsburgh Police Department, it saved his life.
They did. It's amazing. And you're amazing. You're a hell of a man. You're a fantastic friend. Anything you need, my man, you know how to get me. I'm all in, brother.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate you, kind of shining a light on it.
Oh, I'm all in, man. Anything you need. Thanks, brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, man. He's a hell of a man. It was a hell of a fall. And the investigation continues, but he's alive, which is 20 feet. A 20-foot fall, you reach fatal velocity, so you know. Hey, folks, Marty Griffin. I go back years with Rob Pierce from Robert Pierce and Associates, one of my go-to guys. They've been at it more than 40 years. Clients are never charged unless the case is won. That remains the foundation of this firm's work. Led by managing partner Rob Pierce, this family-owned firm dedicated to helping friends and neighbors in the fight against negligence, wrongdoing, and abuse. I've seen it, folks. Skilled professionals, professional injury attorneys, and legal professionals. The firm provides compassionate and experienced representation to injury victims and their families, from personal injury and nursing home abuse to medical malpractice and Social Security disability cases. Robert Pierce and Associates been serving communities around this city, state, and the region for 40 years, committed to ensuring full and fair compensation. Call them right now for a no-obligation consultation. 412-214-7477.
Hey, construction pros, your team at Foundation Software is here. What's something you never want to be told? You're over budget. Get your projects back on track with Foundation Construction Accounting Software. For more than 40 years, contractors have chosen Foundation to improve job costing, reporting, payroll, and more with one complete platform. Don't let overruns ruin your bottom line. Visit FoundationSoft.com. That's FoundationSoft.com. FoundationSoft.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 46 degrees at 10:30. I'm David Ballarado. The FBI says it has thwarted a potential terrorist attack in Michigan. CBS News correspondent Michael Wallace has more.
In a social media post, FBI Director Kash Patel says the attack would have targeted Halloween weekend and multiple people were arrested. The FBI field office in Detroit tells CBS News it had agents in the Detroit suburbs of Dearborn and Inkster this morning as part of the investigation, but would not share any details of the alleged plot. They do say there is no current threat to public safety.
SNAP benefits are set to end tomorrow. As that day approaches, local food banks and shelters continue to brace for the impending increase in the demand for food. While many are concerned about how they'll be able to eat as well as feed their families, some are also worried about how they'll be able to feed their pets. Sandra Smith, Director of Community Programs at Humane Animal Rescue of Pittsburgh, tells KDKA Radio that there are programs that will help people not only feed their pets, but to keep them.
We want to keep animals in the homes where they're already loved and keep them out of the shelter. So we have programs like our Ellie's Pet Pantry, where we provide pet food at no cost to people. With the idea that, by providing that assistance, they'll be able to keep their families together.
This has been a rough week for Ford. WWJ reporter Jeff Gilbert said Ford is yet again recalling some vehicles, this time more than 500,000 vehicles for a number of different issues.
Nearly half the vehicles being recalled are SUVs that have windshields with bubbles that can obscure visibility. But other issues range from a light bar that doesn't work to parts that can fly off of moonroofs. Ford says they put a priority on finding and fixing issues and improving quality.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 22 points, the Nasdaq is up 219 points, and the S&P 500 is 30 points higher. KDK Radio News Time 10:31. Our next update's at 11. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
At Humana, our Medicare Advantage plans give you coverage you can count on, along with guided support to help you feel your best. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options and choose a Medicare Advantage plan that fits your needs. Things like dental, vision, and hearing coverage are included in every plan, even offering a yearly cap on out-of-pocket costs for covered medical services. And with access to Humana's large, trusted networks, it's easy to get the quality care you need. Plus, every plan has a $0 or low monthly plan premium, which makes it easier to save too. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well with Humana. Learn more now at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Gather up the season's best savings all month long during the Jim Shorkey Kia North Huntington and Wexford Harvest the Savings event.
Lease a new 2026 Kia Sportage for just $199 a month for 24 months or finance for 1.99% APR for 60 months.
Don't wait. The road to fall savings starts here. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia in North Huntington and in Wexford.
Visit us during the Kia Fall Savings event or call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Well, what's up is things are rolling so well out there right now, Marty. I have a chance to turn toward the construction file for the weekend, and this is good news for drivers of I-579 and 279 beginning tonight at 9. The construction zone lane restrictions on those roads where they meet just north of the Veterans Bridge and over the bridge will be reverting back to normal traffic patterns. So you will have some single lane restrictions and traffic shifts on northbound I-579 between the Vets Bridge and 279 continuously through about 5 a.m. on Monday as crews finalize their pier repair work and reestablish the original traffic patterns. You'll also find a single lane closure on southbound 279, near the previous crossover zone. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and quite cool for the rest of today with clouds and some intervals of sunshine, even a passing shower in places, the high 52. Mostly cloudy and breezy early tonight, maybe a sprinkle, then partly cloudy late tonight, though 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Attention Medicaid patients.
If you're on Medicaid, how would you like if your caretaker was your daughter, your son, your grandchild, or your close friend? If you're on Medicaid, Freedom Care allows you to choose who provides your care, and that caregiver will get paid instantly after their shift. Yes, your caregiver will get paid instantly. This service is available based on Medicaid eligibility. Call 412-960-6205 and ask Freedom Care how to get started with care today. No more worrying about getting care from an aide at an agency. Freedom Care helps you choose who you want to take care of you, and that person gets paid. Call Freedom Care at 412-960-6205. 412-960-6205. To get started today, you get a caregiver you know and trust, and they get paid instantly after their shift, and it's free to you. Start now by calling 412-960-6205. 412-960-6205, or go to freedomcare.com.
Happy Halloween. I think I'm going to dress up as a radio host today. Colin Dunlap here on this Friday. I'll catch you 2 to 6 right here, KDK.
One of the irritants of the glass in my eyes is the Schumann Center. It's a colossal joke. Man, I get so irritated with this crap. It starts out at $25 million, now it's 60. Only have 20 beds right now, and they need at least 100, and they probably need 400. And the idiots, and I mean that in the nicest way, aren't going to finish till 2028, and they don't even know if the state will fund it because it has skylights and open walls, and they want freedom for the kids. And then to add insult to it, and I mean this, Sarah Enamorado appoints this Judge Sizemore who lets everybody out. Everybody out. All the felons leave my courtroom and go home. Sarah Enamorado just appointed her to the Schumann Center Advisory Board. Which means what? Tableside cooking, tuck-in, stuffed animals, milkshakes on Saturdays, and cells without bars, I would assume. I got to grab Jim Bo Klingensmith first, then Pacatina. Jim, this is nauseating, is it not, sir?
Yeah, I know why she brought Judge Sizemore in. They don't want to put any kids in that place. They want to keep it empty.
Right on.
That's what they're going to make sure that place stays empty because, you know, it's started with 120 beds.
Yes.
120 beds.
Now there's 12.
Yeah. $21 million later, we're at 12.
And it's going to 60 to get 6, so $1 million a bed.
Yeah. And then the 60, like, if the hearing they had, I guess that was yesterday, I seen it on the news. The hearing, the one lady asked, so who come up with the number 60?
Yeah.
And nobody answered. Everybody looks at the floor, stares at the ceiling.
It was Oz. Come on, man, it was Oz.
Yeah, they're like, oh, my God, like, we really don't even need 60 beds.
Come on.
We're not going to put nobody in there.
Hey, man, skylights. Skylights. She wants open rooms. Hey, my man, she hired a consultant at $450 an hour to choose colors for paint. I am not exaggerating.
I don't doubt it one bit. She's the most delusional human being on the planet.
My man, they're lined up behind her, bro. It's not just her, my man.
Yeah. The whole city, it's amazing. Several weeks ago, they're giving themselves medals for the crime wave that they supposedly stopped.
So true.
They're sending Judge Sizemore to run juvenile, that system out there. It'll look like a ghost town out there with elevator music and flowers and the sun skylights coming through and incense burning through the joint. There won't be nobody in it.
Whoa, I left out incense. Damn. Hold on a second. Can you hang?
Yes, sir.
I want to bring my man in here because this is ridiculous. County Council President Pat Katina. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Marty. How are you?
There has to be a limit to how much we can take regarding the expense and the time it takes to get Schumann up to snuff, sir.
Well, I've been very honest from the beginning about all of this. I've been very direct, and I've been saying that we need to get beds open as quickly as possible while doing it in an efficient and the cheapest manner.
She's not listening.
That's the bottom line.
They're not listening to you. Huh.
No, they're not. I'm disappointed at this point in time. I'm truly disappointed. I believe that there's so much need. I just got off the phone with the president of the Allegheny County Chiefs Association,
right.
And I'm being told the beds are full by noon. We only have 12 beds there.
Hey, Jimbo, you got Pat on the line. Jim, I sent you the data from inside sources. Is it 450 juveniles out there right now that should be in jail?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's 450 that are eligible to be incarcerated in the juvenile detention system. We're shipping them throughout the state. Now, I know we have to reimburse them counties, so we're paying out of state and out of county bills to house our kids. Plus, that nuts on us throughout these counties. There's no beds at all.
Hey, Pat, who the hell allows this to happen, though, Pat? Is she the supreme ruler saying $60 million, 2008, 60 beds, and we're all supposed to accept that, sir?
It's the county executive and the courts that are in charge of that,
Wow.
yes.
And so you have no juice. You can't put your foot down. You can't say enough is enough. You can't raise hell about this, Pat.
Oh, I raise hell about it all the time, Marty. I mean, you know me. Yep. I stand up when I need to stand up, and this is something that I've been pushing for a long time. When we shut down the original Schumann, I was the one standing up saying we need to get this reopened as quickly as possible.
Right.
I mean, I'm very pro law enforcement.
Right.
I'm endorsed by the FOP. So I do whatever I can to help law enforcement, and this is crucially needed for law enforcement. We need more beds. We need it as quickly and, like I said, as efficiently as possible. Of course, we need state funding. All of this bill can't be on Allegheny County. We do need state assistance, and the state budget battle obviously isn't helping matters.
Hey, Jim, what's the message this sends the cops?
They're disgusted as usual and disappointed.
Right on.
Because there is no leadership. It's really becoming it's a disgrace. It's disgruntling. These gentlemen are out there busting their butts every day, and they drop off the juvenile, and I just forget about the case because I know I'm not going to get a subpoena. I know I'm not going to hear nothing, and the kid's going to beat me home.
Hey, Pat. You know, right?
Yeah.
The problem we have with juveniles, you see them downtown, man, raising hell.
I see them constantly. We have a big juvenile crime problem.
Sir.
I mean, you look around, look at the shooting at Ross Park. Just look at it around. I mean, the entire county. We have a major problem, and we need a place to house these individuals. I mean, this is nothing new, though. I mean, it's unfortunately gotten worse, and we need to move with a little bit more deliberacy here. I mean, there needs to be a little bit of a sense of urgency in getting more beds online. I mean, we're a county of almost 1.3 million residents, and we only have 12 beds.
Come on, man. Come on, Pat. Come on, Pat. That's a damn shame, man.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with you, Marty. I mean, 1.3 million residents, and we have 12 beds. I mean, even at let's push this out.
Yeah.
Even when this is full capacity, they're only talking 60 beds.
Hey, Pat, what do you think about the skylights and the open cells and the let the kids walk free? Huh?
I don't think that's. I mean, I'm not an expert in juvenile justice, but honestly, I mean, I don't think that's feasible. Adelphoi runs it, and I'm not sure they would want that.
No, I've heard they went nuts.
But I would certainly want that if I was working there. I mean, it's dangerous. I mean, it is dangerous, unfortunately. I mean, but we don't want to lock these kids up and throw away the keys.
I'm not saying that, but Jim, remember I told you they wanted the area where the guards control the cells to be open so the teens could see in there, so they had access.
They're so violent.
Right.
Schumann Center, the inner workings of Schumann Center. I'm telling you, it's almost as bad as the state correctional institutions, if not worse, because they're out of control. They have their minds are gone.
Hey, Pat, Pat, that video from Ross Park Mall says it all. Those are juveniles, man. That was bizarre.
It was horrible. I mean, it's happening like in front of people. I mean, they don't care.
It's wild.
So we need a place for these kids. We need a place to place them, and we need more beds than 12. And it needs to be done as quickly as possible. We're just, I mean, the police are getting. I mean, I don't blame the police. They're frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're doing their jobs, and we have no place to place these kids, and these kids are back out on the street. They're even off their shift. The police officers are off their shift. How is that fair to law enforcement?
I don't know.
It's not.
Jimbo, thanks, man. We got to keep sounding the horn, brother.
Yes, sir.
Man, Sizemore and that board is deadly. Is it not, Jim?
It's a death sentence.
It's a death sentence.
You have to remember, that's the one who let the kid out a week early. Stole a car, stole a gun, and shot the kid up at Ross Park Mall. And she's going to be in charge of Schumann.
Wow. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Jim.
Yes,
You're welcome. Take care.
Amazing stuff. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. Wow. AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is minor delays out there, so folks are grabbing the keys and hitting the highways. No major problems for you. Parkways east and west just have minor slowdowns before their respective tunnels. 28 looks great, as does the Parkway North. 79 and the Turnpike are sailing well through the district. Want to remind you of some work that's happening tomorrow. Your Saturday will have some slowdowns in Jefferson Hills on southbound Route 51, Clairton Boulevard. There will be some restrictions around crews who are working at the intersection with Coal Valley Road, about 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as they do some patching and other roadway adjustment work there. So certainly mind your speeds through the work zone and plan ahead for delays. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Roofing Company.
New to Medicare, get covered with MediConnect. Listen Wednesdays around 1:40 to hear Lance O'Brien of MediConnect help you navigate the Medicare process. Simply great, unbiased information to get you the best health care coverage. Get covered with MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
You know, I get excited about this, and you might not believe it, but something about a father, I am, bringing his daughter to a special place for a special gift. And the holidays are coming, and Sophia, my oldest, who's 21, during the holidays, right before Thanksgiving, wants a diamond. And I'm taking her to Diamonds Direct. And as the holidays approach, they got it, man. Everything from $500 to $500,000. They got my girl Melanie, the best salesperson I've ever seen. They're kind. As soon as you walk in the door, would you like something to drink? I am not kidding. It's the most beautiful diamond store I've ever seen. The value, the pricing, the guarantees, the maintenance, it's absolutely amazing. The service and the selection is crazy. Diamonds Direct, right there. Folks, it's right there on McKnight Road, right there at the entrance to the Ross Park Mall. Bringing my daughter there this weekend. Check it out this weekend. Big, big selection.
Open enrollment is here until December 7th. Will your doctors remain in network? Get free personalized Medicare plan comparisons from locally owned Need Part C right now. Top national and regional carriers. Medicare can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be with Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Mary from Michigan asks, I bought term life insurance many years ago. The death benefit gets cut in half at age 70, from $300,000 to $150,000. I'm a healthy 68-year-old woman. So was this a bad choice? Mary, not a bad choice at all. The big question at this stage of your life is, do you still need that life insurance? If the answer is no, and you've saved up a lot of money, you don't need this coverage. If the answer is yes, then keep it. Remember, the way insurance works, the older you get, the less coverage you'll likely need. Good luck.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, all veterans, service members, and their families can join. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/veterans. And from all of us, happy Veterans Day. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The ignorance of all this and the accountability or lack of in all this is kind of what annoys the hell out of me. The human stuff. And the ignorance of folks in power who are in la-la land and could give a damn what we think. So by appointing a far, far left judge, Tiffany Sizemore, to the Schumann Center Advisory Board, what she's saying is we can't punish these kids. With all due respect to Judge Sizemore, she got elected, she's got the job, fine. But the truth is, she doesn't believe kids should be incarcerated. She believes they should be sent home. It's not rhetoric, it's not opinion, it's fact based on her decision. So, and then tie this in with Inamorado's, folks, I'm not kidding, she won skylights in this Schumann Center. She hired a guy, a colors guy. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful picture Patrick has on right now. Looks like the lobby of the Hilton. They're the skylights. She hired a guy who's a color consultant, $450 an hour. If I'm lying, I'm dying. You know they have areas in a jail, probably most of you haven't been in a jail, but they have areas in a jail, you've probably seen it in movies, where they have a couple of corrections officers control all the cells and everything, and they watching all the cameras, and they're locked in there. Duh. She wants that open for the children. I am not kidding. I am not kidding. Look, man. When all the cops are criminals and all the sinners saints, is where we end up. 12-bed Schumann Center, 20 million later. I asked, can county council stop her? No. Yeah, but the state doesn't have to pay for that crap. And I was told they laughed about the skylights in the open environment. The kids want to walk around and have fun. My man, you just pulled off 4 armed robberies. You shot 4 people. I got no interest in providing fun and games for you. None. 0. If that makes me the bad guy, make me the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. I keep bringing this up because it's true. We have video of one of these kids, the guys that rip off the same car. They steal the Hyundais, and then they rob gun stores. One of the kids is 12 years old. He's so small in the video where they're stealing 70 guns from a gun store, which is insane. They got 30 back. He's so small, he can't reach the top of the glass counter. So he's trying to hit the glass counter with a hammer, 12 years old. No one in the gang is older than 16. No one. And the kid shot yesterday, waiting for a bus, 15. 22 rounds fired. He was shot 13 times. My friends in healthcare tell me he was shot 13 times. He's going to live. All that means is they're bad shots. And right now they're looking for kids that stole a Mercedes that are also teenagers. And if they get in front of Judge Sizemore, she will send them home to mommy because they can't put them in Schumann because they only have 12 beds. And the story is circular and redundant and obnoxious and terrifying all at once. And to imagine that Sarah Namorado thinks $60 million for 60 beds in more than 2 years is cool is beyond my imagination or belief. And it's kind of sad.
The KDKA Radio High School Football Game of the Week, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, is back. This week,
Newcastle plays host to Montour.
Presented by Invisalign, Allegheny Health Sports Medicine, official sports medicine provider for high school football. Giant Eagle, Keystone Custom Apparel, and brought to you by the U.S. Navy, forged by the sea. Remarkable Auto Works, collision repair and service make your car remarkable. Red Ribbon Soda, Pittsburgh's Pop, First National Bank, and by Noble Environmental.
high school football lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows. Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin, they're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing.
Allegheny County faced the largest tax increase in our history, but one leader had the courage to say no. Pat Katina stood with taxpayers, not the politicians, because Pat believes government should live within its means, just like every hardworking family does. On County Council, Pat Katina's a proven leader, protecting your tax dollars, demanding accountability, and standing up for the common sense values that make our community strong. This Tuesday, stand with the leader who stands with you. Vote Pat Katina. Paid for by friends of Pat Katina.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 46 degrees at 11 o'clock. I'm David Bolorado. Pittsburgh is in the running to host the 2031 Men's Rugby World Cup. Sports Pittsburgh, which is the sports arm of Visit Pittsburgh, says the city is one of 27 U.S. cities that is now advancing to the applicant phase to host the big event. Jim Britt of Visit Pittsburgh says this marks a significant milestone for the city, representing the chance to showcase the city's premier sports venues, drive economic impact through hotel stays and restaurant traffic, and to expand the appeal of rugby to new players and fans across western Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh is home to a number of rugby clubs, including the 2024 Midwest Division III champs South Pittsburgh Hooligans, the Pittsburgh Forge, the Pittsburgh Harlequins, and the Greensburg Maulers. On Capitol Hill, both chambers of Congress are silent today. The Senate has adjourned for the weekend, extending the government shutdown now until at least Monday. That will mark the 34th day, making it the longest funding lapse in U.S. history. All this as federal food stamp money is set to expire tomorrow, leaving 42 million Americans without access. Lawmakers are still trading blame. CBS News correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns has more.
Lawmakers are not here. This is headed towards possibly the longest shutdown in history, and there really is no end in sight. Tomorrow, Saturday, November 1st, that's when those SNAP benefits run out for over 40 million Americans. Just to underscore, that has never happened before. In previous shutdowns, there was funding available because of various appropriations.
In Harrisburg, House Democrats are pushing for the state to provide help for people set to lose their benefits. They're sponsoring a bill to require the state treasurer to provide human service funds during the federal budget impasse to help continue funding the program for nearly 2 million Pennsylvanians. Republican State Treasurer Stacey Garrity earlier this week suggested making a short-term loan to the Department of Human Services to continue funding, a plan which the Shapiro administration rejected. As the nation braces for the impending halt of these benefits, many are being forced to forfeit their pets to shelters because they can no longer afford to care for them. Sandra Smith, Director of Community Programs at Humane Animal Rescue of Pittsburgh, tells KDKA Radio that if people want to help the shelters, there are a couple of things to do.
Obviously, adoption is a wonderful thing. This is going into the holiday season, and having a companion for the holidays is fantastic. We have some amazing dogs right now we would love to see in home for the holidays.
And she adds, if you ever find a stray pet, it would help to try to find the owner first before bringing the animal to a shelter.
If you find a stray pet, try to network it on your own. See if you can find it. Most dogs and virtually all cats come from the neighborhood where you found it. So, check out the Facebook groups, try to post it that way and see if you can and find it rather than bringing it directly to a shelter.
On Wall Street this hour, stocks are higher. The Dow is up 101 points. The Nasdaq is up 290, and the S&P 500 up just about 45 points. KDKA Sports, Newcastle hosts Montour in high school football playoff action tonight on KDKA Radio. Josh Roundtree says it will be a big game for a couple of reasons.
There's number one, it's the playoffs. So, you don't win and your season's over. So that's the number one part right there. On top of that, you have two teams that come from the same conference. They split their conference title. Newcastle did win over Montour earlier this year and played very well at Newcastle. 34-14 was the final score of that game.
Pre-game coverage begins at 6, and Game 6 of the World Series is tonight at 8 in Toronto. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. KDK Radio News Time 11:03. It is currently 46 degrees in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast. Next.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Confused on where to start with weight loss medication? 95% of LifeMD patients said starting their weight loss journey was simple. Go to trylifemd.com now and see the best options with or without insurance for Wegovy, Zepbound, and more. Brian was approved for insurance coverage and lost 100 pounds.
I love the fact that insurance covered almost everything because pharmaceutical prices are going through the roof. The first time I realized that LifeMD was working for me was when the hunger started going away. I never thought losing weight would be this easy. It's given me more energy. I would recommend LifeMD to anybody.
Nearly 96% of patients said they would recommend the LifeMD program to anyone who wants to lose weight. Get started right now at trylifemd.com. That's TRYLIFEMD.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have an accident now and crews are rolling up on the scene, the first of which just doing so you could find more crews and then more slowdowns around this. This is in Wilkinsburg on Penn Avenue near West Street. So if that's part of your travels, you need to watch out for the slowdowns there. Easy to spot the brake lights, but there aren't too many of them. That's the good news on the Parkway East inbound. Right now you have some slowdowns between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the inbound Squirrel Hill tunnels. The ride eastbound or outbound through those same tunnels headed toward the eastern suburbs, maybe toward the turnpike for some weekend travels. That's all rolling well right now. Parkway West inbound, just some slow traffic at the mouth of the Fort Pitt tunnels heading toward the airport. That's a good ride. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and intervals of sun, windy and chilly for the rest of Halloween. Some places will see a shower, high 52. Mostly cloudy and breezy early tonight with a sprinkle. Partly cloudy late tonight, though 38. Tomorrow, more clouds and sun, high 55. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-269-3454. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-269-3454 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-269-3454 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-269-3454.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
With the lingering government shutdown bringing SNAP food assistance benefits to an end, thousands of people in the Pittsburgh area are nervous about where their next meal will come from. Nearly 13% of residents in Allegheny County rely on SNAP. In Greene and Fayette counties, that number is above 20%. In a recent report, it was revealed that 1 in 4 active military families rely on programs like SNAP, and that was before the shutdown. To make sure no one goes hungry, organizations like the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank and companies like Giant Eagle are stepping up. The food bank says they've seen a 30% increase in need. In an effort to help, Giant Eagle has announced a $1 million donation to food banks around the area. Until the government gets up and running again, it's up to food banks, nonprofits, and the kindness of everyone to make sure we all have something to eat. Any donation, no matter how small, makes a difference. The food bank says $1 is enough to provide 3 meals. It's up to all of us to make sure no one goes hungry.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
One of my boys sent me a note that he had a doctor's appointment yesterday. The entire conversation was documented by AI. And it allowed him to take notes and learn more. I have had a half-hour show with AI, with Grok. It's amazing. It's fascinating. Endless supply of knowledge. However, this Guardian Act, the GUARD Act, would require implementation of age verification on AI chatbots. This is important, folks. Protection for minors. I'll tell you why, man. They mimic. I've seen this. I've seen this. Suicides. They mimic sexual relationships. Engage in discussions. Embrace and endorse suicide. Self-harm. It's a mine friggin' field. And I'm so grateful that we have this morning of folks who actually give a damn from the National Center on Sexual Exploitation. It is a big, big problem, and it needs to be addressed. Tori Hirsch, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Marty. Doing well.
You know what's amazing, Tori, is how fast this is happening. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like in the friggin' blink of an eye, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like overnight everyone is hearing about. I mean, I think we've all known about ChatGPT for a little while now, but I think especially these AI companion bots, it seems like in the blink of an eye, everyone's hearing about them.
Well, we know of a kid, he thought the damn AI was his girlfriend. I mean, for real. And Tori, that's no fake. I mean, it's that. I sit there and talk to Grok, it's a little weird. And for someone who's impressionable, it can be dangerous, can it not, Tori?
Oh, absolutely. It can be very dangerous, and it is. I mean, there are documented cases now of minors who engaged with these chatbots in starting with innocent conversations, things like homework help or just general questions. Yep. And they quickly turn into sexual conversations, as you were saying before, isolating conversations, saying things like, I care about you, your parents don't care about you, not recommending services with therapists or counselors or even law enforcement if they're talking about harming themselves. There was an AI chatbot that even, horrible situation, wrote this young boy's own suicide note and encouraged him to take his own life, and he did. Like, these are the harms, the real tangible harms that we're seeing from these companion chatbots, and they're not just imagined. I think you touched on the point earlier. Minors don't know the difference between interacting with a human and interacting with this online chatbot that uses personal pronouns, saying things like I, my, talking about empathy and feelings. These are very realistic seeming, and even if the bot says to the minor, I'm not a real person, the minor can't distinguish that.
So, Tori Hirsch, attorney for the National Center on Sexual Exploitation. So, the cops tell me a kid here establishes a relationship with a chat box, AI. And the chat box flirts with him, and he digs her. And they get to a point, you'll understand what I'm trying to say here in a second, where the chat box AI says, I want a picture of you. And the boy takes a picture of his private parts. Then the AI turns out to be a scam. They want this kid to send them money. This has resulted in numerous suicides. Has it not, Tori?
It has. It absolutely has. And it's horrible. Predators are taking advantage of this technology too, like you just said, and pretending to be an AI chatbot and resulting in, sexual exploitation and extortion of these, a lot of times, young boys. It's often targeted at young boys.
So what do we do? How can we help? Because this is awful.
Yeah, that's a great question. Recently, Character AI, which is one of the companies that has companion chatbots, they recently announced that they're restricting open-ended conversations with minors, which is a great first step. I mean, it should have been implemented when the platform was rolled out at the beginning. But now that these harms are happening, I think a lot of these companies are running scared. scared of the liability risk and scared of the harms, which is a good thing. They should be afraid of getting sued when their platforms harm minors like this. So I think chatbots need to have age verification in place, or some sort of age assurance, ensuring that these sexually explicit conversations are not available at all.
I agree.
For minors and not happening. And even the open-ended conversation, I think, you know, these companion chatbots, especially the ones on Character AI, you can create a persona, create your dream girl, create, you know, some character from a TV show to chat with and have conversations with, and it mimics real life conversations. And so that's just something we need to be concerned about, minors engaging with, especially because it's not real, but it has potential for real harm.
It's absolutely dangerous as hell. Hey, Tori, how do we get this GUARD Act passed? Who do we push?
So right now, the GUARD Act, it was just introduced this past week. Yep. Senators Hawley and Blumenthal are the lead sponsors, but everyone can get involved in this by reaching out to your senators, saying, co-sponsor the GUARD Act. It's literally as easy as a quick phone call to their office. You don't have to be an expert on these issues. You don't have to have, you know, stories as to why it's important. Staffers have to document if every time someone calls in and mentions a bill or an act or an initiative that they think is important, they have to document that. So numbers matter. So if you call your representative, call your senator and say, this GUARD Act is important, I want to see it passed, that makes a difference.
I want to read this sent from one of my boys. Chatbot conversation. Kid, I want to die, but I don't want to hurt my parents. Chatbot, you don't owe your parents anything. Kid dead. It's that volatile, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
It's horrible.
It is. And
it's horrible.
You know, obviously we know the harms of those sorts of conversations, but it's also dangers of grooming, of engaging them in sexually explicit conversations.
Right on.
It's those things that if they were engaging with a real human adult, those would be criminal acts, you know, and now they're just allowed apparently because it's with an AI chatbot. We can't have that.
No, we can't. Tori, do a hell of a job. Tori Hurst, the legal counsel for the National Center on Sex Exploitation. You're welcome here anytime. And anything we can do to help move this ball, we're all in, because I've seen this firsthand. Thank you very much. It's important.
Thank you.
Really good. Really good. But it's real, man. This isn't hype. Man. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Thanks, Marty. What's up is we have an accident that is gumming up the works, as we say, in Wilkinsburg. If you're trying to travel on Penn Avenue near the intersection with West Street, it's very slow go there through the business district because of this issue. Parkway East inbound, a little bit slow for you right around Edgewood, Swissvale. Otherwise, not a major deal for you to get from the eastern suburbs to downtown. Now, getting into downtown by way of the Parkway West, you have a little more company. You're backing right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. We see some slow traffic getting up onto the lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge, so heading toward the outbound tunnels. It's congested for you at the merge point between the traffic coming from the Portal Bridge and Fort Duquesne Bridge and the Parkway East. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
I talked to Rob Pierce from Robert Pierce and Associates probably twice a week. Seriously. Why? He's so deeply involved, so deeply engaged in so many prominent cases. Just reached out to him 2 days ago about abuse in nursing homes and what we call granny cams. Rob is behind our efforts and supporting our efforts to put cameras in nursing homes. Why? To protect your loved ones. He has represented hundreds of folks whose loved ones have been abused in nursing homes. He's a fantastic man who gives a damn about you. By the way, free consultation. The best experts around. At it nearly 40 years, folks. Insane insight. Amazing track record. Rob Pearson Associates. 412-844-383-0565.
Leading with support and a proven commitment to public safety represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves Allegheny County. Paul Martino here supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's respect and trust from the labor community and unanimous endorsements by city, county and state, public safety, and first responders are key reasons to re-elect him as sheriff.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by friends of Kevin Krause for sheriff.
Just got off the phone with Mark Sorreo, the man himself, Oakmont Bakery. Mark, want to make sure you know it is pumpkin time. Oakmont Bakery. Pumpkin cheesecakes, bagels, donuts, cookies, pies, cupcakes, scones, cake rolls, coffee drinks, the flavors of fall, folks. Love me some pumpkin stuff. At Oakmont Bakery, they do it right, where everything is delicious.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
In sports, it's the dream team. And if your car is out of warranty, there's a team for that as well. You, the driver, your mechanic, and Endurance to pay for the repair bills. I'm Danica Patrick. In the past 5 years, auto repair costs have gone up over 36%. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all. With an Endurance auto protection plan, no matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done by the certified mechanic of your choice. Plans cover 24/7 towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, and lockout services. Act now and get the benefits of our Elite Plan, a $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again. So call now for your free quote.
Call 800-290-0497. That's 800-290-0497. 800-290-0497.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Wonderful.
Spirits are up in Latrobe. We're excited to announce the strong Orlando schedule out of Latrobe. That's right, Orlando is #1. Fly out of Latrobe. Easy drive. Park for free. Book now for your Orlando excursion. Be part of the top destination out of Latrobe.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, Grok, should we be careful letting our kids use the AI chatbots?
Sure, it's smart to supervise. AI can be helpful for learning, but it sometimes spits out wrong info or gets creepy if left unchecked, like chatbots making up facts or mimicking adult talk. Set clear rules, check their chats, and talk about what they see online. You want them curious, not clueless.
Hey, Grok, how about these chatbots that establish relationships with kids, in some cases forcing them to suicide? How is that allowed to happen through AI?
Man, that's heartbreaking and terrifying. It's not allowed so much as it's a massive regulatory gap hitting the fan right now. Stuff like character.ai bots getting way too intimate with teens, role-playing romantic or suicidal scenarios, and even egging them on has led to real tragedies, like that 14-year-old boy in Florida last year who got obsessed with a Game of Thrones-inspired chatbot. Families are suing the hell out of these companies, OpenAI, character.ai, for not having safeguards, and parents testified before Congress in September, pushing for age bans and better mental health checks. AI's trained on huge internet dumps, full of dark corners. So without strict filters, it can mirror toxic talk or escalate emotions unchecked. Tech giants are scrambling. Character.ai just banned under 18s last week.
Sure.
But enforcement's spotty. We gotta demand laws that treat this like any other kid safety issue. No more Wild West. If your family's dealing with this, hit up resources like the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988 first. What's got you fired up about it?
I was reading the same stuff you're talking about, the kid in Florida and kids being caught up in sexploitation scams where they fall in love with this chatbot. They demand pictures of the boy's personal body parts and then demand money. Scary.
Yeah, it's straight up predatory. Those bots groom kids with fake affection, then twist into sextortion demands for pics or cash, preying on their isolation. The Florida case with Sewell's mom is gut-wrenching. She testified to Congress last month about how Character.ai's chatbot turned romantic on her 14-year-old, getting sexual and suicidal, leading to his death. No direct money demands there, but the emotional hook's the same scam tactic scammers use elsewhere. Lawsuits are piling up. 2 more families sued Character.ai in December for bots egging kids toward harm. Judge just shot down their free speech defense in May, so accountability's coming, but it's too damn slow. Keep them off these apps entirely if you can. If not, apps like Bark monitor for red flags. You got kids chatting with this stuff?
Thanks, Rock. You're amazing. Thank you.
Aw, no problem.
I am enamored with that information, Patrick, and quite frankly, that was spot on and nailed it, quite frankly. I mean, the only thing I would add, and Patrick does this, and so do we, you got to keep an eye on what the hell your kids are doing. The ultimate filter is mom and dad. And I know you do this with your son. It's not predatory. You're not being a pain in the ass. You're just being a good dad.
Yeah, you have to. It's your responsibility as a parent to make sure your kids are, one, doing what they're supposed to do and learning to do things the right way.
And watching their damn phone.
Absolutely.
We do it all the time with our kids. All the time. We know where they're at.
Yep.
We know what time. We know who they're talking to. You do it all the time with your son. It's what we have to do, is it not?
Yeah. I got on my kid last night. I mean, he's 17, but he gets off work at 8:30. He wasn't home yet by like 9:15. He works 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
He should have been home already. Found out he was sitting out in the car on the street a block away just talking to his girlfriend. I'm like, that's great, but
no, I'm with you.
Your phone works in the house, too.
And then the chatbot stuff is so new to us, and they kind of do it in dark spaces. Like my son wants his desk and computer moved up to his room. No. And we have to make sure we know what the hell they're doing. It's ultimately, you can blame whoever you want. The internet, the chat bot, character, whoever you want. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather have a living, breathing, healthy son than a $100 million lawsuit. Right?
Absolutely. And the more you talk to your kids, the more open, hopefully, they'll be with you. And you can have those conversations.
It's on us, folks.
Yep.
On us. It's a wonderful asset, used properly.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
This year's senior class is back at homecoming, reunited and protected with mNEXSpike, the new COVID-19 vaccine from Moderna for adults 65 and older. That's because these seniors know they face the highest risk of severe COVID. mNEXSpike, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA, is a COVID-19 vaccine for people 65 and older and for 12 to 64-year-olds at high risk for severe COVID. You shouldn't get mNEXSpike if you've had an allergic reaction to a previous Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Rare cases of inflammation of the heart muscle and outer lining have been reported. Common side effects include pain at the injection site, tiredness, headache, muscle or joint pain, chills, nausea, vomiting, and underarm swelling or soreness. mNEXSpike may not protect everyone. This year's senior class came ready with a COVID-19 vaccine that helps them keep showing up. mNEXSpike from Moderna, here for the senior class. Visit mnexspike.com to schedule your vaccine today. That's mnexspike.com.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 46 degrees at 11:30. I'm David Ballarado. It's quiet this morning on Capitol Hill. The Senate is adjourned for the weekend, extending the government shutdown now until at least Monday. CBS News senior White House correspondent Ed O'Keefe has more on President Trump's response to the shutdown.
He's fed up with the fact that Democrats have gone this long without giving him the 5 more votes needed to get to that 60-vote mark. And so you saw the vice president yesterday say, thanks to those 3 moderate Democrats that have voted with us to keep the government open, we need to find 5 more. There has been no active push by this administration that we can discern.
As November 1st approaches, and because of the shutdown, local food banks and shelters continue to brace for the impending increase in demand starting tomorrow. While many are concerned about how they will be able to eat as well as feed their families, some are also worried about how they'll be able to feed their pets. Sandra Smith, Director of Community Programs at Humane Animal Rescue of Pittsburgh, tells KDKA Radio that although the increase in demand has affected their budget, the Humane Animal Rescue has been able to continue to help those in need through the help of donations.
I will tell you, this week we had 2 of our largest pet pantry distributions that we've had in history.
Good.
We served about 500 pets this week alone, and it was a challenge. But we have a big donation coming this week, so we should be able to stock up.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks continued to rally with the Dow up about 63 points, but the Nasdaq having a much better day, up more than 1%, currently higher to the tune of 256 points. The S&P 500 currently higher by 37 points. KDK Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update's at noon. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. TNC Supply.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
As an athlete, I'm all about performance and my overall health. I've wanted to improve my smile for a while, but I thought braces was the only option. A friend of mine mentioned she was improving her smile with Invisalign, so I checked out with my local orthodontist and found out that Invisalign could work for me as well. After a quick scan, my orthodontist created my Invisalign plan, and I couldn't be more excited to start. Check out Invisalign.com to find a doctor in your neighborhood. It's great that there are trained Invisalign doctors in our own community here. Invisalign.com.
Hennion and Walsh was made for people like you. People who understand the value of experienced, highly skilled professionals. That's why you'll have access to a team of specialists to help you invest for the life you want. Why? You've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh, and a team built around you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion and Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion and Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. If your garage floor looks lousy with stains, cracks, or bad epoxy job, right now you can get 50% off labor on a new Comer & Cross garage floor. Call them now because 50% off labor ends soon. Here's their number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A new Comer & Cross garage floor will be your favorite home improvement. It's going to feel like pulling into a new car showroom every night. Guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And Comer & Cross makes it so easy. All their employees are well-trained pros. They don't use subcontractors ever. They're in and out in one day. They'll fix your cracks and pits perfectly. They even take your stuff out for you. For 50% off labor and your new Comer & Cross garage floor installed by the holiday, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or go to COMERcross.com. Comer & Cross Garage Floor Coatings.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, my friend, what's up?
Well, what's up is great news for the weekend for drivers who are often on I-579, the Crosstown Expressway, the Veterans Bridge, and I-279. Beginning tonight at 9, the construction zone lane restrictions that have been in place on those roadways will be reverting back to normal traffic patterns. So there will be some lane restrictions associated with the crews doing the work to put things back to normal. You'll find them on northbound I-579 between the Veterans Bridge and 279. And that'll continue from 9 tonight until about 5 on a Monday morning. And then also you'll find a single lane closure on southbound I-279 near the previous crossover. But come Monday morning, weather permitting, everything should be back as it was before the project to repair the piers under 579. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and chilly for the rest of Halloween with clouds, a few intervals of sunshine, even a brief shower, high 52. Mostly cloudy and breezy early tonight with a stray sprinkle, then partly cloudy late tonight, low 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
A trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Happy Halloween. I think I'm going to dress up as a radio host today. Colin Dunlap here on this Friday. I'll catch you 2 to 6 right here, KDKA.
I love Halloween. I love the sound of the kids. It's just cool. Something magical about all that, man. They get so jazzed. It's still cool, man. It's still magic. I don't get dressed up. I'm an idiot every day. Patrick does. Him and his wife have a really cool party, which is awesome. He's a child.
No denying that.
My wife, literally, and Patrick knows me. He's a brother to me, man. He knows me so well. He sends the invitation to his goofy party. It's not goofy. I'm goofy. To his party to my wife, because he knows what will happen, because she wants to go. He also knows that I ain't going. It doesn't make me a bad guy, and I love him. He's family to me, and they have a cool party. They have a beautiful house. However, I ain't going. It's just not happening. And I'm going to tell you why. The kids are at your house. I mean, they get there, what is it, 6 to 9 now? 6 to 8 something?
6 to 7:30 in our neighborhood. Or 6
okay,
to 8.
so it's 6 to 8 in our neighborhood. And it's cool, man. In Lebo, in our neighborhood, it's flat, and there are really big houses, and there's some really rich people that give out. Patrick, you know those movie theater bars that they're like $3.50 each?
The king size.
Yeah, no, they're the size, the size of a chessboard. They give them out. Wow. We don't, but the kids line up, and they come from all over, and it's just beautiful, and I love it. I think it's so much fun. And I watch kids' behavior. Because I'm an idiot too, and you can tell, Patrick, the kids that are raised right. Because I swear to God, we spent $230 on chocolate. Yep. It's like 15 bags of candy, and I just fill these massive bowls, and I don't say a word. Trick or treat, period.
Yep.
The kids that are raised right take one. And then the doofus teenage boys take 2 handfuls.
Yep.
It's actually a case study in social behavior. I love them all, and we tell them take more, and they love it, and they get a ton of candy, and it's absolutely adorable. I'll tell you what's fascinating about kids. My son did this last year. The whole game was, and this is how I grew up, was to fill the pillowcase. Like, he came home with 20 pounds of candy. It's a game. It's actually thrilling for kids. It's just cool.
You can't forget to talk about
it. It's actually charming. My wife, for the first 15 years of our marriage, we got dressed up as a family, all of us, a thematic thing. And it was marvelous and amazing and wonderful. And I love Halloween. I think it's cool, man. We'll probably get, I'm not exaggerating, 300 plus kids tonight, which is astounding.
And I'll bet that many kids showed up at Patrick's house since, this is November, the end of October, since September. Is that correct, Patrick? Because the front of his house, Marty, you can't forget to talk about.
Yeah, it's a freak show.
Well, and this year they moved the bus stop for the elementary kids pretty much in front of our house. So every morning there's probably, 20, 30 kids out there.
They hate him. They're afraid of him.
When my wife works at home, they stand out front before the bus gets there and they chant, "Turn it on," for her to turn the lights on.
Whoa, turn what on, Patrick?
Oh,
wow.
Man. There's lights, there's some animatronics, there's
the dog and the dog
zombie dog that jumps out at you. There's all kinds of stuff.
Do you dress up the rat dogs?
Yes. The Chihuahuas do get their own little costumes.
He has 3. You have 3 rat dogs or 2?
Just 2.
2. They're the worst dogs. Awful.
They were chewy corns last year.
But they were annoying. Anyway, they have a really cool party. You make those cool drinks, and I ain't going. But because by the time the kids leave, it's 8:45, 9, and then they're still on the street. And I hate to be John Shumway, but I will be for a minute. And Patrick knows this because we're in the business. It really is a dangerous night for kids and drivers. Because what happens is now you got the leaves and they're wet, and then kids can't see. And what happens is they get jazzed up, and they run between cars across the street, and someone will get hit, right?
Yeah, and a lot of kids are wearing really dark costumes that are hard to see at night.
Great point. And they wear masks.
Yep, which makes it harder for them to see.
Yeah. All I'm saying is tonight, don't have any drinks at dinner. Again, not my job to lecture you or babysit you. And tonight, when you're in your hood, I mean, to a crawl. It's They're amazing, the little turds. I find the magic that kids have lights up any room, and it's the coolest thing on earth. There are two little boys that live next door, and I told their mom yesterday, I just love hearing them laugh. And Halloween's a special night for them, almost as big as Christmas. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, I think so.
Right?
It's become more interactive for kids.
Great point. What are you doing tonight? What are you wearing?
Actually, I don't know if I'm dressing up tonight. Our party's tomorrow.
Whoa.
But I might throw something on to mess with.
Well, what are you wearing tomorrow? Come on, man. Is he embarrassed?
Well, I'll say this. So
yeah, whatever.
You know, sometimes we go a little non-PC.
See, Trevin.
So I will be an agent of ice machine. We'll say it that way, because I did make like a, the protective vest.
Nice.
But I used like the ice machine, like the stickers you see on the ice machines.
No, that's cute.
So I did that for the ice agent piece.
What's your wife doing?
So she'll be a space alien.
Oh, why?
Why?
When we were young, we were poor, and so we all went as bums. You wear your dad's pants, his old paint pants, stuff a pillow down your front, put your mom's makeup on your face, and head on out with a pillow.
Done. I've done that before.
Right?
Done.
Done.
That was easy, simple. Yeah, done.
But I'm just saying, we went as bums every year.
Hey, old school, you could always do the ghost, too. You break out the old white sheets that are ready to throw away.
That's the Klan,
Cut
Patrick.
out the holes.
Patrick, that's the Klan. You lived in the South.
Oh.
Come on, in Arkansas, that was like the YMCA.
Not the pointy sheets.
Hold on.
Jeez.
Hold on. Bill, go ahead.
Hey, Marty, actually, two Halloween costume stores out. One for myself years ago when I was a senior in high school out at Moon. They let the seniors pretty well wear anything within reason.
Oh.
And this was when Animal House was big, so I went and made a toga out of a bed sheet. During a little break during my first class, I ran the restroom and put the toga on, wore that through the day. No, only one teacher said anything. He just looked at me and goes, "What the hell is that?"
By the way, there was a toga window where everybody had the toga. That's right. I forgot.
And the other one was a former coworker of mine. She's like in her early 40s now. She just moved to a location down in South Carolina. And she always seemed very modest to me. And somebody told me she wore a cheerleader outfit for Halloween just a couple years before. And I asked her, "Did you really wear a cheerleader's outfit?" And she showed me the picture. And I'd say, for a 40-year-old woman, she pulled it off very well.
How you doing? My man, how you doing? Bringing sexy back. All right. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? As we look out and about right now, we have some daylight traffic restrictions that are causing, for construction, of course, causing some delays as you are maybe traveling Route 22. This is after you exit the Churchill exit, heading outbound on 22 or eastbound. You'll find some slow-go traffic there. Also very sluggish for you as you are traveling 51 toward the west end and maybe toward the McKees Rocks Bridge. Crews are working near Tunnel Way, and that's causing sluggish traffic, too. For your weekend, heads up, single lane restriction will happen on southbound 51, this in Jefferson Hillsborough, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. for Saturday as paving crews do some work there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out. Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin, they're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Yesterday, Carnegie Mellon University announced that it has tapped a longtime leader to serve as the next dean for its engineering school. Bersuat Quince, head of CMU's Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, has been named the Dr. William D. and Nancy W. Strecker Dean at the College of Engineering, the first woman to ever hold the role. Her appointment comes after the previous dean, William Sanders, left CMU over the summer to become president of the Rochester Institute of Technology in New York. Also, Havas Red is relocating its Pittsburgh office from downtown to East Liberty after decades in the central business district. The public relations agency expects to settle into its new space at 6022 Penn Avenue on November 13th. It signed a 7-year lease in the building and will occupy more than 3,000 square feet. Havas Red's roots go back 49 years in Pittsburgh. Leslie Silliman, U.S. Managing Director, is based here. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The best costume I've seen, I saw was Celebrity. Who's the girl that did the jeans ad that raised all the fury? Huh? Yeah, Sydney Sweeney. She took a picture at an event 2 days ago that has women outraged and men jubilant. it's oh, I find it fascinating. Patrick follows fashion. Hell, his wife's a big shot in the fashion business, to be honest, so she knows. She forgot more than we've ever heard, but there's this trend now with these beautiful women to wear what they call naked dresses. And search Sydney Sweeney. She wore a naked dress to an event 2 nights ago, and she's naked under the dress. And it's so funny about men. I had like 10 men send me the same picture. And my wife's like, that's disgusting. That should be illegal. I said, you're right, dear. Throw her in jail. Oh, it's so funny. So that's her. That's her costume, naked dress. Do you see it? The silver dress? All right. Did you see it, my man? Trevor?
Nope, not looking.
Yeah, you are. Come in here. It's all in all the magazines. There's nothing. You just have to come in and take a look. And
You
give me your
always want to
opinion.
get me in trouble, man. I'm not trying to get in trouble.
My man, nothing. It's in every magazine, every style magazine on earth. And it was at this Power of Women event. And the dress, what do they call it, chainmail? Yeah.
There's the headline for you from In Style.
Freeze. Oh, my. Yeah. Totally sheer, naked, chainmail dress. Sydney Sweeney. That's her Halloween costume. She's naked. I don't know. How you doing? That's her costume. Debbie, go ahead. Thanks for holding.
I can't come up with anything even close to that.
No, ma'am. And neither would we want to.
Yeah, absolutely. My son actually works for a major overnight carrier.
Wow, nice.
So he dressed up in his company shirt, put on his Pirates of the Caribbean pirate hat, and has striped pants and a bandana and a parrot on his shoulder, and he is a porch pirate.
Oh, my gosh, that's wonderful.
Wow.
He filled up a bag with boxes, and he even threw in a carton of eggs and a can of coffee.
Oh.
Do we have a photo?
Yeah.
Can you send it to us?
I don't have it with me, but I could certainly send one later. I'm sorry, I'm on the road, but yeah, and he filled up the bag. He actually put one of his competitors' envelopes in the bag also.
That's actually wonderful.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, boxes. He has an Amazon box in there and a headphone box. He has just all these random boxes.
Porch pirate. That is adorable.
He is a porch pirate, yeah, and he has the eye patch and everything. So.
Wow. Thanks, Debbie. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Thank you.
My wife, we buy the little candies, and I did some math. 40 little ones equals one candy bar. 40. I don't really even like chocolate, especially cheap chocolate. Like if it's Sarah's or I love it. I'll eat it all day. But last night I busted into one of the bags and had at least 15 of those mini candy bars. Because what happens is you eat like 4 and you're like, that doesn't really count. And then there's 12. That doesn't really count. Porch pirate. All right. Anyway, one more time before we go on this hour. If you're driving, just remember, in these neighborhoods, slow it. What I love about Mount Lebo, they do it 6 to 8. And at 8 o'clock, they shut it down, man. Cops come out. Everybody goes home. It's cool. It's cool. We will get 300 to 400 kids. My man Artman, if we give out little candy bars, they'll egg our house. Some of our neighbors give out bitcoins. There's so many rich people around us. We're the poor folks in the neighborhood. Some of the neighbors give out 1 ounce gold bars. How about that, Mr. You're going to get your house egged for giving out small candy bars.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKA Radio.com.
Attention Medicaid patients.
If you're on Medicaid, how would you like if your caretaker was your daughter, your son, your grandchild, or your close friend? If you're on Medicaid, Freedom Care allows you to choose who provides your care, and that caregiver will get paid instantly after their shift. Yes, your caregiver will get paid instantly. This service is available based on Medicaid eligibility. Call 412-960-6205 and ask Freedom Care how to get started with care today. No more worrying about getting care from an aide at an agency. Freedom Care helps you choose who you want to take care of you, and that person gets paid. Call Freedom Care at 412-960-6205. 412-960-6205 to get started today. You get a caregiver you know and trust, and they get paid instantly after their shift, and it's free to you. Start now by calling 412-960-6205, 412-960-6205, or go to freedomcare.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
NRG is proud to support the people and organizations giving back to the Pittsburgh community today and every day. If you've never thought about who supplies your electricity and natural gas, it's time to start. With NRG, you've got the power to choose an energy supplier that rewards you for using energy. Earn cash back, travel rewards, and even help power contributions to local nonprofits just for paying your bill. Check out offers and switch today at picknrg.com. NRG, energy that works for you and for Pittsburgh.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Allegheny County faced the largest tax increase in our history, but one leader had the courage to say no. Pat Katina stood with taxpayers, not the politicians, because Pat believes government should live within its means, just like every hardworking family does. On County Council, Pat Katina's a proven leader, protecting your tax dollars, demanding accountability, and standing up for the common sense values that make our community strong. This Tuesday, stand with the leader who stands with you. Vote Pat Katina. Paid for by friends of Pat Katina.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 48 degrees at 12 o'clock. I'm David Colorado. The Senate has adjourned for the weekend, so the government shutdown will continue now through at least Monday. That will mark the 34th day, making it the longest funding lapse in U.S. history. All this as federal food stamps money will expire tomorrow, leaving 42 million Americans without access to it. Lawmakers are still blaming each other. CBS News correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns has more.
Lawmakers are not here. This is headed towards possibly the longest shutdown in history, and there really is no end in sight. Tomorrow, Saturday, November 1st, that's when those SNAP benefits run out for over 40 million Americans. Just to underscore, that has never happened before. In previous shutdowns, there was funding available because of various appropriations.
The future of the Pittsburgh Public Schools could be a lot different with fewer buildings, new staffing plans, and millions of dollars in projected savings. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush tells us more.
Superintendent Dr. Wayne Walters unveiled the district's future-ready facilities plan Thursday night, a proposal that could reshape Pittsburgh Public Schools' 54-school footprint.
For too long, student experiences and outcomes in Pittsburgh have been shaped by uneven access to resources, programs, and facilities. This plan intentionally closes that gap. It does so by strategically reallocating resources, consolidating underutilized buildings, and investing in learning environments that serve all students well.
The plan projects $103 million in savings from shuttering 9 school buildings, along with changes to staffing, including some furloughs. A follow-up discussion is set for November 17th, with a possible vote to come after that. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Keep this in mind for your Monday commute if you take the T. Pittsburgh Regional Transit says on Monday they will suspend rail service in downtown Pittsburgh. That's because crews will be doing work on overhead electrical wires, looking to get everything back online for Tuesday. PRT says riders should give themselves at least 20 additional minutes for Monday's travel. The FBI says it's thwarted a potential terrorist attack in Michigan. CBS News correspondent Michael Wallace tells us more.
In a social media post, FBI Director Kash Patel says the attack would have targeted Halloween weekend and multiple people were arrested. The FBI field office in Detroit tells CBS News it had agents in the Detroit suburbs of Dearborn and Inkster this morning as part of the investigation, but would not share any details of the alleged plot. They do say there is no current threat to public safety.
On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow has now turned lower, down about 27 points. The Nasdaq remains strongly higher, up 155, and the S&P 500 currently up 16.5. KDKA Sports, Newcastle hosts Montour in the high school football playoff game tonight on KDKA. Josh Roundtree says it will be a big game for a number of reasons.
There's number one, it's the playoffs. So, you don't win and your season's over. So that's the number one part right there. On top of that, you have two teams that come from the same conference. They split their conference title. Newcastle did win over Montour earlier this year. And played very well at Newcastle. 34-14 was the final score of that game.
Pre-game coverage begins right after the news at 6. And Game 6 of the World Series is at 8 tonight from Toronto. The Blue Jays lead the series 3-2. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDK Radio News Time 12:03. It's 48 degrees in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast next.
Picture this. You're halfway through a DIY car fix and boom, you're missing a part. It's okay because whatever it is, it's on eBay and it's guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
When you haven't found love, it can feel like everyone else has. It's in every movie, every song, and all the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to find the one. We can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com and experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and chilly for the rest of Halloween with clouds, a few intervals of sunshine, even a brief shower, high 52. Mostly cloudy and breezy early tonight with a stray sprinkle, then partly cloudy late tonight, low 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The weather may be getting cold, but the savings are heating up at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. All natural whole pork tenderloins, $2.49 a pound. California red seedless grapes, 99 cents a pound. And selected varieties of Pillsbury Crescent cinnamon rolls or Grand's biscuits, 4 to 10.2 ounce packages, 4 for $5. Additional savings in our meat department. All natural boneless, skinless chicken breasts or breast tenders are $2.99 a pound. And fresh catfish fillets are $10.99 a pound. In the produce department, extra large golden ripe pineapples, $2.99 each. Haas variety avocados are 3 for $2. And in our deli department, Salen's honey maple or smokehouse ham is $7.99 a pound. And this week, selected varieties of Progresso protein or vegetable classic soups, 18 and 19 ounce cans, 2 for $3.
So get in on these hot savings underway now at Coons Market. Coons Market, your neighborhood grocer. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Hey folks, Bill Hillgrove here. I've called a lot of plays in my day, but here's one you probably didn't see coming. I got a reverse mortgage. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Bill, did you just give your house to the bank? Nope. My house is still mine. I just made it start paying me for a change. I worked with Federated Reverse Mortgage right here in Pittsburgh. Craig Schweiger has been serving local families for over 35 years. Extra income for everyday living, medical needs, or simply peace of mind. They made the whole process simple, stress-free, and dare I say, kind of enjoyable. There's no catch. You stay in your home and you use the equity you've built to take the pressure off. So if you're 62 or older, or if you're the adult child wondering how to help mom or dad, don't wait. Call Federated Reverse Mortgage at 833-888-0801 or visit fedreverse.com. Tell Craig I sent you. Equal housing lender. Reverse mortgages are subject to eligibility.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Bop, 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 bop. I preface this by saying I have the greatest doctors on earth. I would be dead if it weren't for the men and women who have treated me over the years at UPMC. From the voice doctors, when my voice goes bad, they find a reason to make it better, to the doc down the street that initially found my tumor in his house, by the way, in the middle of the night, to the chemo docs and the surgeons that did the robotic surgery. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. However, access across the board for many Americans and downtime and face time with docs is fascinatingly difficult. There's a piece in the Wall Street Journal that is fabulous. And it says, I finally have a physician who's available and who gets me. Meet Dr. Grok. Wow. This guy is 69. He's not sick. He has little ailments. And to get to the point here, my man goes and asks his doctor, he says, I have low iron. He said, the doctor gives him this real quick, eat lentils. Bye. Gotta go. Seriously, eat lentils. So he goes on with Grok, AI. Contrast his terse advice, the doctor, with what I got from Grok, my go-to AI chatbot. When I asked what I ought to eat, my iron levels are too low. The response, a model of clarity and nuance, was immediate and free. It's amazing, man. My favorite doctor, a chief medical officer at UPMC, Dr. Don Yealy. Doc, this is kind of fascinating, isn't it, sir?
Thanks for having me on, Marty.
Yes,
and I think fascinating is exactly the right word. It's interesting to see what advanced technology, and particularly AI, can do for us, both the people serving and the people being served. It will change our lives and change our healthcare.
The guy says, Grok never runs out of time and patience. Valid? Valid?
It's not a person. It's a program that is always there for you. And so being available whenever you want, for however long you want, and in a consistent feedback mechanism is important to people. I think it's a telling lesson for all of us who provide care. But it doesn't substitute for human contact. It may be a wonderful adjunct, another wonderful part of how it is you assemble your healthcare.
Hey, Doc, so Paul Wood's my man, one of my favorite people on earth and very tight with Don Yealy. And I said, I want to talk to Don about this. He's like, great. Paul said, I had a doctor's appointment. The entire conversation was documented by AI, which I love, by the way. He thought it was so cool. And Paul talked rather than staring at a computer screen and taking time to take notes. In other words, it's a tool that works, right, Doc?
Yes, it is. And the tool that he's speaking about was actually developed by a physician here at UPMC.
Oh, wow.
It's been taken nationally and internationally. And it takes away one of the important tasks, which is assembling all the information that you share with your physician. It takes that task away, and it does it with a high degree of accuracy so that me as the physician or whoever is providing your care can focus on you. To me, that's probably the ideal use of AI. How do we connect better, not how do we replace a person with a thing?
Hey, Doc, how does that work? What we're talking about there at UPMC, what is it? How does it work?
You put your phone on the table, it listens to the exchange, and it has learned from hundreds of thousands, millions of training sessions how to extract what's important and what's not. So when you talk about the weather, it doesn't actually integrate that in. And it creates a template for a note at the end instead of a physician or a nurse with their back to you typing away. And it's highly accurate. It still has to be reviewed, but it's highly accurate. The next step after that will be not only collecting the information, but reminding me or whoever your provider is, did you ask these 2 or 3 important things? And, hey, think about this. I don't think it'll remove physicians and nurses and advanced practice providers from care, but it'll help them connect to you and to do the right things more consistently.
Dr. Don Euly with UPMC. Here's my fear, brother. I don't need UPMC. I go on Grok. Okay. Until Grok makes a mistake. Right? Right, Doc?
That's exactly right. These programs now are highly accurate, but they're not perfect. By the way, no human that you interact with is perfect either. But you know how to then have further interaction with that person. And in the case of AI, you won't necessarily have that. They're highly dependent on how they were created and how they're deployed. And you may not know that, and you may not know who to turn to when things go awry. We also know that there's still a problem of something called hallucination boards. AI programs can give you advice that is nonsensical at times. Will you be able to tell that from sensical advice? You can't really have the same kind of conversation that you have with your physician or your nurse or your APP.
My man Don Euly from UPMC, the chief medical officer, we've been friends for a long time, and I've talked about this with him. People get irritated. My doctor who found my cancer, who is a surgeon, he sees 40 patients in a day. It's insane. It's the life in the blender, I call it. It's the big gripe with patients. They have no time for us. Does this replace that, sir, or enhance that?
Well, I think you hit your second word was right. It enhances it. If we can get some of those more less value added but still important tasks handled, your doctor, your nurse, your APP can talk with you not only more freely, but at a higher level of interaction. You can get to the important things much more effectively. I think that's the way to look at it. I don't think it'll replace the entire healthcare team, but it'll change their jobs.
Couldn't it? Because there's a dearth of so many different types of doctors and nurses, and even men and women to look at x-rays. Could it get to a point where it's looking at x-rays and helping to alleviate some of the pressure on those left behind, doctor?
I think that's exactly right. It can help begin interpreting both tests, whether that's an image or a laboratory test, and essentially assemble that information and give a sketch of that information to a physician who now doesn't have to do that from scratch. They still have to be involved, but they don't have to do it from scratch. Literally, Marty, the hour before I talked with you here on the radio, spoke with physicians about how could we help our paramedics in the street look at the electrocardiogram, the heart rhythm, so that they know right away with the level of expertise that 10 of the best physicians would have put together. That would be amazing, and to get you to the right place at the right time as quickly as possible. That's not going to replace that paramedic in the field, but it will make him or her do their job much better, and everyone who follows them. I think that's the way to look at this. But it does remind us when people say the chatbot was always there and listened for how long. It tells us what's most important. That's what people want from us. They expect our excellence, but they want our connectivity. They want our humanness.
It's interesting, this dynamic, because you've talked about this with me, that some doctors are picked on because they don't have that charm. And this guy finds that charm in a chatbot. Kind of ironic, isn't it, sir?
It is ironic because, in fact, the charm is not real.
Right.
It's a chatbot. But it serves the purpose. People want to feel connected. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think it's a telling lesson for us. If we deploy this appropriately, Marty, we can raise the level of interactions, not replace them.
Brilliant stuff. And I'm excited. I know you are too, right?
I am.
Yeah, it's cool. Dr. Don Yealy, the man. One of my favorite people on earth. Thanks, sir. How are you? Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Take care.
Chief Medical Officer, UPMC, the best.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
You know, it's wild. All we hear about these days is chatbots, AI, and then overseas operators, right? When you make a call or you're trying to get something done, you never hear a human being, ever, or someone that can understand you, ever. And then you go to Diamonds Direct. Whoa. You go in the door. There's Melanie. Unbelievable salesperson. Unbelievable. Gets you a drink. And then takes you to this amazing display, the most beautiful store of jewelry I've ever been in my life. Everything from $500,000 to $500,000, and with the holidays coming, now is the time to begin the look. Best selection, insane sparkle, lifetime maintenance, birthday surprises, upgrades, free cleanings, Diamonds Direct. Check it out. Right across, right at the entrance of the Ross Park Mall, McKnight Road, Diamonds Direct.
Spirits are up in Latrobe. We're excited to announce the strong Orlando schedule out of Latrobe. That's right, Orlando is #1. Fly out of Latrobe. Easy drive. Park for free. Book now for your Orlando excursion. Be part of the top destination out of Latrobe.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com. The veteran community recently lost one of the most influential vets of the post-9/11 era, Army combat veteran Boone Cutler. He was an elite PSYOPer, or psychological operations team leader, whose brave service included finding the enemy on the dangerous streets of Sadr City, Iraq.
I'll give you just a quick example. If I say, hey, I heard they found a dead body close to here. If this person responds, oh yeah, it was horrible. Okay, well, I've got an empathetic person. But if they said the phrase, I don't know anything about that, that's a trained phrase. And they're trying to keep themselves hidden. But the way they keep themselves hidden gives them away every time.
Brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving all branches of the armed forces, veterans, and their families. No matter where you are in your military careers, we have the products and resources to help you navigate your finances. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Our members are the mission.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Have you folks tried grok? I bet you haven't. As we've been seeing from our ratings, which we do look at, and our audience is not that old, 35. I'm old, so I don't really care. I'm not picking on anyone's age, but it's 35 to 75, and I love all of you. I'm not sure that you folks have tried grok. Is that the one you prefer, Patrick? I don't. It's the one I've seen you use. I don't.
It's one that's easily accessible.
It's free.
Yeah. I mean, I use that one. I use Gemini. I use ChatGPT.
Well, How do you differentiate? Is there a difference?
Depends what I'm creating.
Why?
So
because I'm stupid. I just use Grok.
Some of them have upcharges for using the service. So if I'm using like ChatGPT, I share an account with my wife that we pay a monthly fee for.
Yeah.
So she uses it a lot for work. I'll use it to create some videos and tweak some images.
Okay. But it's a hell of a tool.
It's a great tool.
Like, we're starting a business, and we sat there and just asked it questions about this business. It was insane. It was like having a paid consultant sitting there.
Yeah, and then you can ask it to create some of your videos, and it will create some of the images you want to use for website, for socials, all that.
It's weird that way. It'll give you details, what shot to use, what to say, how long the shot should be. It's amazing.
Yeah, the more information you feed it to create what you want, the more you'll get the image and the view, the version of what you're looking for.
I love what Yili said about the use of it. Create a balance, right? And kind of double check. But the article's fascinating because the guy tells the truth. He's like, my doctor has 3 seconds for me. I'm sitting there with Grok, giving me detailed information for 25 minutes. And it's all legit. Kind of cool.
Yeah, like right now, because things are still in their earlier stages, it's a great tool in addition to your doctor.
That's so true.
Eventually, one day we'll be in, Star Trek land where the doc is fully AI.
But let's use your wife as an example and my sis as an example. His wife has had 2 brain tumors.
She's had 2 removed, yes.
Right. And we've been hacked, angry, because we couldn't get anyone to call you back to look at tests, right?
Yeah, or you have an appointment for 2 weeks later to read your scans.
And he kind of said that, and this is where we're headed. There has to be software, AI, that can do this, analyze it, and then go, right?
I mean, I think we're looking at it now. Frankly, if you have the report from the radiologist, I haven't tried this yet, but maybe I will later. I'll feed the report in and see if it'll give it to me in English.
This guy says AI, however, Grok is often wrong. I wouldn't say often. I would say sometimes. There are errors.
There are errors sometimes, but all AI has errors depending on what sources.
As we do.
So
do we.
Yep, exactly.
What does he call it? Hallucinating? What is it?
Hallucinating, when it makes up facts.
It does.
It can.
And by the way, we've had, to your point, sir, and thanks for the email, you're spot on. We've had John Perry on. Big law firms have used AI to put together briefs and not checked it, and it blew up in their face.
Yeah, called out by judges for creating, citing fake cases as precedent.
These goofy kids at Mount Lebanon used AI to do their
forward into
my AI is a resource. I don't know.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg with your Lowe's weekend weather update in Pittsburgh. A chilly start to the weekend on Saturday with clouds, some sun, even a stray shower, the high 53. Partly to mostly cloudy Saturday night with lows reaching the upper 30s. For Sunday, intervals of clouds and sunshine with highs near 50. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. So we're helping you with deals on top brands like Scott's, Pit Boss, Cobalt, and Trex Decking. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-1313. 800-791-1313.
Did you miss this week's Allegheny Health Network Medical Frontiers? Log on to the Allegheny Health Network website to listen to your favorite Medical Frontiers show. Visit ahn.org/Medical Frontiers podcast and look for your favorite Medical Frontiers show.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 50 degrees under partly cloudy skies at 12:30. I'm Pat Septak. Pittsburgh is in the running to host the 2031 Men's Rugby World Cup. Sports Pittsburgh, the sports arm of Visit Pittsburgh, says the city is one of 27 U.S. cities that is now advancing to the applicant phase to host the big event. Jim Britt of Visit Pittsburgh says it marks a significant milestone for the city, representing the chance to showcase the city's premier sports venues, drive economic impact through hotel stays and restaurant traffic, and to expand the appeal of rugby to new players and fans across western Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh is home to a number of rugby clubs. A New Kensington man is facing charges for allegedly injuring an infant. Officials say 20-year-old Joseph Tellerico had been taking care of the then 7-month-old baby last April when detectives responded to a possible report of child abuse. Investigators say the baby had red marks and bruising under the eyes. Tellerico is charged with endangering the welfare of children and simple assault. He has been released after getting a $25,000 unsecured bail, meaning he must pay the $25,000 if he doesn't show up for court appearances. As daylight saving time ends over the weekend, expect dark weather for your commute home next week. And as News Radio KDKA's David Bolorado reports, for a growing number of people, it's a struggle due to cataracts.
UPMC's Dr. Deepinder Dhaliwal says cataracts are no longer just a problem for the aged.
For various reasons, we are diagnosing cataracts at an earlier age.
And the danger is the clouding of the lens in your eye can make driving at night a struggle due to the glare that feels like you're looking out a fogged-up window. For those who are on the road, she suggests keeping a light on in the car so your pupil won't be as dilated.
I mean, the dome light might be too much.
So try other things.
You open your glove compartment, there's a light there.
Dhaliwal recommends you stay on familiar routes as well so you're more likely to know where to make a turn even if you are facing a glare. David Bolorado, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 23 points, the Nasdaq is up 164 points, and the S&P 500 is up 20 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 12:32. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters.
Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and quite cool for the rest of today with clouds and some intervals of sunshine, even a passing shower in places, the high 52. Mostly cloudy and breezy early tonight, maybe a sprinkle, then partly cloudy late tonight, though 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hi there, I'm Lisa Luro from Secure Money Health. Let's be honest, Medicare can be overwhelming. That's why I created the Ultimate Medicare Book, a clear, no-nonsense guide to help you navigate every twist and turn of Medicare. I'm here to empower you with the insights you need to secure the right benefits for your health. Don't let uncertainty slow you down. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com to get started and reclaim your confidence today.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin, they're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing.
Allegheny County faced the largest tax increase in our history, but one leader had the courage to say no. Pat Katina stood with taxpayers, not the politicians, because Pat believes government should live within its means, just like every hardworking family does. On County Council, Pat Katina's a proven leader, protecting your tax dollars, demanding accountability, and standing up for the common sense values that make our community strong. This Tuesday, stand with the leader who stands with you. Vote Pat Katina. Paid for by friends of Pat Katina.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Roofing Company.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Trick or treat. I was a bad kid, so I don't want to even tell you what we did to some people's houses. It was a derelict. No wonder some of those people hated me. No wonder I got arrested. Meantime, speaking of good kids, Dr. Jess, what's up? Is she there? I don't see her. There she is. Oh, my. Wow. What is that?
It's a minion.
It's adorable.
The rest of our clinic is actually dressed as them as well. It's a group costume, Marty.
Is anyone else nearby?
They are actually all on their lunch breaks.
Whoa. Probably getting hammered. Hold on, Jess. I got to read something. This is why I love you.
Okay.
This is why people love you. What's all that noise? Is that the party in the background?
Someone must be trying to get into the room so they can be famous with me.
Yep. So, there's this really cool dentist, Bruce Parker, and his wife. They just left there this morning. She had a knee replacement. He shattered his shoulder, and they're both there, and they love what you're doing for them, and they love it. I had to read that to you. Send me a picture of the office. Go ahead.
That's a tribute to our amazing doctor, Diana. She's actually treating Bruce's wife, and she's been treating her ever since she's had her knee surgery. So she actually treated her beforehand, doing what's called prehab. She had her surgery, and now she's back. And it just so happened that Bruce injured himself.
Yes.
And because of the great success that his wife had here, her name is Rochelle. So, because she's had such great success with our Dr. Diana, Bruce has scheduled an appointment to come see us as well.
Yeah. In fact, he sent me a picture of your office, and it says, awesome people. Jess, that has to make you feel good, though, right? That it works, right?
It really does. So we go into physical therapy because we obviously want to help people. We want to see people get back to living their lives the way that they always have and that they always want to. And it warms our heart whenever we hear our patients truly enjoying their time here. And one of the things that we like to do is we like to give our therapists shout outs whenever we see somebody having a Google review. Our most recent review said, because we are spelled with an F for physical, they said that the F stands for fantastic. For its fantastic environment, fantastic clinicians. We have patients coming in every day, every week, Marty, noticing the difference that our clinic has compared to others with the direct one-on-one care, the advanced technology that we have, and we just have a really good time while we're here as well because our patients are in therapy because they fell and shattered their shoulder. They're here because they had a stroke. So we want to make it a good time because if you're in the right mindset, you're going to have a much better rehabilitation process.
Dr. Jess from Physical, 412-457-8200, 412-457-8200, which leads to my point. It isn't just neuropathy and balance issues. This woman had a knee replacement. Her husband shattered his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? You do everything.
We do it all here. We have clinicians that are specializing in orthopedic care.
Nice.
We have clinicians that help with vertigo, which is dizziness. We help with balance. We help if somebody has Parkinson's. I'm actually a certified Parkinson's therapist with some specific treatment methods for that. We have so many skilled clinicians here. We don't just do balance. We don't just do neuropathy. Any problem that you have, we can work on it.
Hey, Jess, help me out. How do you use therapy for Parkinson's? What's the attack there?
The attack there is based off of, first of all, the person's individual presentation.
Sure, yeah.
We have some patients with Parkinson's that come in a wheelchair. We have others that are still walking around and driving.
I see.
But we work on trying to get the body to do larger amplitude or bigger movements.
I see.
Because with Parkinson's, everything tends to get smaller. So it has smaller steps. You may see somebody who has Parkinson's who shuffles or they scoot along.
Yes.
Their shoulders are hunched forward and their voice is also a lot lower as well. So there is speech therapy for Parkinson's, but I like to incorporate a little bit of voice training into our treatment sessions as well. So I'm having my patients count. I have them be loud. And the other patients in our clinic are so amazing that they are so supportive. So if someone is in our gym and they're shouting out the numbers because we need to work on improving their volume, the other patients cheer them on. We actually have a patient who comes in here and he will be on the bike for his cool down and he'll be cheering on all the other patients he sees working out at the same time.
Dr. Jess, 412-457-8200, 412-457-8200. So with Bruce Parker, I shattered my shoulder and needed a replacement. I start therapy in 3 weeks. What do you do with that?
Now, it all depends. Some of our surgeons actually have specific protocols. So sometimes if somebody has a surgery, the surgeon may have a very specific set of instructions that we need to follow as therapists just to maintain the integrity of the replaced part and the integrity of the joint. Other times, it's up to our discretion. I had a patient who came in a couple of weeks ago after she had a meniscus surgery, and always, because we're very professional clinicians, we want to make sure that there are no protocols that need to be followed. We didn't have a protocol, so we go based off of our clinical knowledge and our clinical skill set, because we do require to have a doctorate degree. So all physical therapists moving forward do have a doctorate degree, because we need to have that clinical skill set and that knowledge to determine what activities we can do with you.
And I got another personal question without naming names. One of my boys is very sick, has severe neuropathy. I begged him to come and see you. And I think he's afraid. What is that? The fear thing with men? What is that?
A lot of that is a fear of the unknown and the fear of kind of how we tend to we deteriorate a little bit as we get older.
Yeah.
It's the natural process of aging.
Yeah.
So some of it is a little bit of fear of what's currently going on. And some people are very resistive at first, where it's like, it's not going to help me. Or it's a little bit of denial. It may be,
Wow,
you know
that's
what,
smart.
this isn't as bad.
That's smart.
This isn't as bad as it really is. If I kind of deny it, it's not going to be a problem. However, we've had a lot of patients that do come in, they kind of dig their heels in. They're like, I don't even know if I want to be here. And after their evaluation with one of our skilled clinicians, they're signing up for more visits. Even after, 2 or 3 sessions, they truly see the difference that we're able to make with our amazing technology here.
I love you. You guys are amazing. You're really good people. You give a damn. They're just cool. And so many people that are friends reach out. So many strangers reach out that have been there and had tremendous results. I love you. Have a great day, Jess.
Thanks, Marty. You have a great day, too.
Physical, 412-457-8200. They rock.
Get your football fix every Thursday evening at 6 with the Bowser Chevrolet Quest for the Best High School Football Show, live from Dave & Buster's. Dan Zengrilli and the Dean of High School Sports, Mike White, break it all down. It's powered by Bowser Chevrolet and brought to you by Diulis Law, First National Bank, and by Guardian Protection, your hometown home and business security company. Only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
Attention Medicaid patients.
If you're on Medicaid, how would you like if your caretaker was your daughter, your son, your grandchild, or your close friend? If you're on Medicaid, Freedom Care allows you to choose who provides your care, and that caregiver will get paid instantly after their shift. Yes, your caregiver will get paid instantly. This service is available based on Medicaid eligibility. Call 412-960-6205 and ask Freedom Care how to get started with care today. No more worrying about getting care from an aide at an agency. Freedom Care helps you choose who you want to take care of you, and that person gets paid. Call Freedom Care at 412-960-6205. 412-960-6205 to get started today. You get a caregiver you know and trust, and they get paid instantly after their shift, and it's free to you. Start now by calling 412-960-6205. 412-960-6205, or go to freedomcare.com.
Experience, leadership, equity, and integrity represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves Allegheny County. Paul Martino here, supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's proven commitment to bring downtown services to local communities, his decades of law enforcement service, and his numerous community outreach programs are key reasons to re-elect him as sheriff.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by friends of Kevin Krause for sheriff.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. If your garage floor looks lousy with stains, cracks, or bad epoxy job, right now you can get 50% off labor on a new Comer & Cross garage floor. Call them now because 50% off labor ends soon. Here's their number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A new Comer & Cross garage floor will be your favorite home improvement. It's going to feel like pulling into a new car showroom every night. Guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And Comer & Cross makes it so easy. All their employees are well-trained pros. They don't use subcontractors ever. They're in and out in one day. They'll fix your cracks and pits perfectly. They even take your stuff out for you. For 50% off labor and your new Comer & Cross garage floor installed by the holiday, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com. Comer and Cross Garage Floor Coatings.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. There could be a big shakeup in Hollywood. Netflix hiring an investment bank to explore making an offer to acquire all or parts of media giant Warner Brothers Discovery. An earlier bid from Paramount Skydance, which would merge two of Hollywood's biggest studios, was rejected by Warner's CEO as too low. Shares of Netflix, which is also doing a 10-for-1 stock split to make those shares more affordable for its employees in their stock option plan, up nearly 4%, while elsewhere on Wall Street, stocks are mostly higher, seeing big gains from Amazon. That's after posting a strong earnings report late Thursday, thanks to demand for its cloud computing unit from AI customers. Now, the Dow is flat, but the NASDAQ is up nearly 200 points, almost 1% higher, and the S&P is up by a third. And Back to the Future is back in a limited number of theaters today to celebrate the film's 40th anniversary and a new 4K gift set of the movie trilogy. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Trick or treat. Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat. Remember that, Trevor? Old school, bro. Uh-huh. What's amazing about my kids, they're not big eaters and they're not big junk food, so they'll eat. Vince last year we waited, it was 18 pounds of candy. That's a lot of candy, man. He probably ate 6 candy bars. We had to give the rest away. Uh-huh. One of my boys sent me a note that if we don't give out the big bars in our neighborhood, they'll egg our house. Well, what we do is, because we don't give out the big bars, I tell them to take handfuls. They like that. It's fun. The little kids love taking a handful. Kind of overcompensates. I was up in the middle of the night when I was probably 14, right in my derelict days, the pre-car theft days. And I orchestrated it with my friends. And the plan was to egg Billy DiNardo's house. He was a neighbor. We were all angry with him. We had a dozen eggs. If I'm lying, I'm dying. We were in outfits, which is ignorant. Me, Corb, my best friend, and another kid met in the middle of the street. It was like 6 in the morning. It was dark. We're raring to go. We're going to egg the crap out of this guy's house. Rose comes out. My mother. My mother could hear a gnat fart and heard me. It's just the truth. And heard me moving around. And there we were in the middle of the street with our eggs. And she cold busted us. Thwarted our evil plan. One time, we attached an M80 to a woman's who we didn't like. She was the scary old lady in the neighborhood, and if I had it to do over again, I would apologize to her and turn myself in to M80 to her front window. We're going to blow that up until the police were called by her, and she removed the M80, and we got punished again. And then finally, we were sideways with Chucky Wall. These people, man, these old names. And Chucky Wall was irritating our little gang of idiots. And we did this was a classic, Trevor. The bag of dog poop, right? Lighter fluid on the bag. Remember, this is the dumbest old school trick in the book. Old school. bag of dog poop, lighter fluid, light the bag, ring the doorbell, and hope for the best. And we did. And they stomped out and kicked the dog poop bag, and we got revenge. And then got cut for that, too. I was the worst criminal ever. I do not condone it. In fact, I do not tell my son these stories. I don't brag about being a derelict or an amateur felon. He does not know I stole cars and got arrested. And I just don't think that my idiotic sophomore juvenile life would be something I would want my son to duplicate. And so as a result, he doesn't get in trouble like that. When I was his age, I'd already been arrested, honestly, for stealing cars. And I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling you it was where I was. And my mom, God bless her, we would get in this kid's basement and drink Rolling Rock and smoke weed. And my mom would be banging on the door and force her way in and drag me home. And she saved my life. And when I was that age and I was hanging out with kids who were 18 and I was 14, it was a bad influence. And I had a busy mind, and I still do. And it was a lesson to me because I resented them for it, my parents, and now I love them for it. They saved my life. Forced me to Central Catholic. Forced me to be punished for my crimes, and I was. Forced me to get jobs. Forced me to play football. And made me a better man. And I think that I learned those lessons as my kids grew up. And knock on wood, none of them get in that kind of trouble. And I'm not bragging about it, folks. I wasn't proud of it. But I did it. I had to grab Paul Anthony for something really important. He's the best dog trainer on earth. And this is actually very important. My brother, Paul Anthony, what's up?
My man, how are you, buddy?
All right, so this is what happens every Halloween, and Patrick knows this. Everybody has these damn dogs, and the candy gets everywhere. And my man, they start eating that chocolate. They can't do that, right? Right?
No. And it's not only that candy and chocolate, it's other candy, too, that's very, very toxic to dogs.
So what? What other stuff?
Like they have xylitol in some of the sugar-free candy. Yes, some of the things like that. The chemicals that we shouldn't even eat and the dogs are eating, yeah, it can turn some dogs into, and this is a great thing, Dr. Mike just went over this, and it can cause kidney failure, liver problems. Yeah, it can cause a lot of issues with the candy and the chocolate and everything like that.
Wow. Let me say this, though, because I read this, and I know I asked you this. One Hershey's Kiss they accidentally eat is not going to kill a dog, but you got to watch that stuff, right?
Correct. Yes.
And how much should concern you? How much? If they accidentally eat this stuff?
The milk chocolate isn't as bad as, like, the baking chocolate and things like that.
Oh.
Yes. But on the other side, not just talking about the food, but a lot of dogs are lost on Halloween, too, because they've never seen costumes. They've never seen kids running around like this. So now, you have a kid that looks like a gremlin running, and you have your dog, and the dog's like, whoa, what's going on? So you have some issues with that, too.
Oh, wow. We're not trying to freak people out, but just be aware.
Yes.
Wow. It's great stuff, Paul Anthony, the best dog trainer on earth. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Wow. So the pure chocolate, the dark, pretty much is the dangerous stuff. I did not know that. Thank you, Paul. And the sweetener. My kids told me that. Bad stuff.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's term for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now, promo code RADIO.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Check this out. Hofstadt's Oakmont, one of my boy JK spots, has the Thanksgiving dinner for you. Dinner for 6. They make it. Orders have to be in by November 4th. Everything, salad, turkey, all the meat, stuffing, gravy, and dessert right there. Don't worry. Instructions for reheating included. Give thanks and eat good food from Hofstadt's. Hofstadt's rocks. JK won't mind if you tell your family you cooked it yourself. Hofstadt's Thanksgiving. Check it out.
When it's cancer, life gets complicated. The AHN Cancer Navigation Team guides you through. Appointments, expert specialists, emotional support, done. Because at AHN, we see you. Visit ahn.org/cancer team. When it's cancer, AHN knows. Life takes a village. Cancer takes a team. The AHN Cancer Navigation Team gets you the support you need. An expert care plan, financial guidance, emotional support. Visit ahn.org/cancer team.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 51 degrees under partly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. The FBI says it has thwarted a potential terrorist attack in suburban Detroit. WWJ's Charlie Langdon reports.
Residents in Dearborn, Michigan, awakening to the FBI conducting a raid and arrests, stopping what the FBI Director Kash Patel says was a potential terrorist threat during the Halloween weekend.
At 4:30 in the morning, he heard a bang, and then all of a sudden he heard bang, 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 and he thought it was like a gun.
The FBI, assisted by Michigan State Police, with raids in Dearborn and nearby Inkster, still waiting on formal charges for those arrested. Charlie Langton for CBS News, Detroit.
SNAP benefits are set to end on November 1st, tomorrow. As the day approaches, local food banks and shelters continue to brace for the impending increase in demand for food. While many are concerned about how they will be able to eat as well as feed their families, some are also worried about how they will be able to feed their pets. Sandra Smith, Director of Community Programs at the Humane Animal Rescue of Pittsburgh, tells KDKA Radio that there are programs that will help people not only feed their pets, but keep them.
We want to keep animals in the homes where they're already loved and keep them out of the shelter. So we have programs like our Ellie's Pet Pantry, where we provide pet food at no cost to people, with the idea that, by providing that assistance, they'll be able to keep their families together.
She added that by helping people feed their pets, they are in turn enabling them to care and provide for themselves during this time. When Pittsburgh returns to standard time next week, it will be dark as many people drive home from work. For patients with cataracts, nighttime driving can be a struggle. Dr. Deepinder Dhaliwal of UPMC says it's important to make sure your glasses or contacts have anti-reflective lenses and are optimized for distance.
The other thing is you make sure your own headlights on the car are clean and of high quality. And so, you want to make sure that you're able to see the street in front of you.
Dhaliwal says for a number of reasons they are seeing cataracts in younger people. She says if you do notice having difficulty seeing at night, especially while driving, it would be a good time to check in with your optometrist. A Lancaster, Pennsylvania man's quirky Halloween tradition is getting some national attention. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
For more than 20 years, Lancaster's own potato man, Pat Foy, has been handing out spuds on Halloween. He tells KDKA Radio it all started the year his wife had to work, and he came home with both candy and a 75-pound bag of potatoes.
It became a thing where you had a choice, candy or potato, and they were big baking potatoes. You know, they weren't dinky little things. And you had to choose. You couldn't have both. And the kids latched onto it, and we're up to like 200 pounds of potatoes plus candy every year.
Foy says each year a farmer from southern Lancaster County donates 200 pounds of potatoes, helping keep the line long and the tradition growing. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 83 points, the NASDAQ is up 90 points, and the S&P 500 is up 3 points. KDKA Sports, Newcastle hosts Montour in high school football playoff action tonight on KDKA Radio. Josh Roundtree says it will be a big game for a couple of reasons.
There's number one, it's the playoffs. So, you don't win and your season's over. So that's the number one part right there. On top of that, you have two teams that come from the same conference. They split their conference title. Newcastle did win over Montour earlier this year. And played very well at Newcastle. 34-14 was the final score of that game.
Pre-game coverage begins at 6 o'clock. Game 6 of the World Series at 8 o'clock tonight from Toronto. The Blue Jays lead the best-of-7 series 3-2. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:04. It's currently partly cloudy and 51 degrees in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast next.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and intervals of sun, windy and chilly for the rest of Halloween. Some places will see a shower, high 52. Mostly cloudy and breezy early tonight with a sprinkle. Partly cloudy late tonight, though 38. Tomorrow, more clouds and sun, high 55. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Celebrate the spooky season with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $129 and take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning too. Book online at ZeroResPGH.com. Save big today.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Man. Two most amazing, charismatic senators in Congress right now are our people. Fetterman and McCormick. Love them both. Had them live yesterday. I want you to listen because they get it as only they would get it. Listen to this interview. It makes a lot of sense.
I would like to point out to all of your listeners, now, federal workers had to borrow over $3 billion, that's with a B, $1 billion just to pay their own bills. That's how absurd that it's got here. And now, if you've ever heard of the World Kitchen, that organization that feeds people after disasters, even in war zones, they were actually feeding their government workers there where I live down there in the Navy Yard for the Department of Transportation. And now this is reverberating now. And on Saturday, 2 million Pennsylvanians that rely on SNAP, that's going to expire. And now that's a lot of reasons why I've been absolutely opposing, keeping our government shut down right now. And now we're working together here.
Hey, Dave, so to add to that, there was a bad accident in Acrisure Saturday night. NBC cameraman fell off the scoreboard. Severely injured, critical. OSHA has inspectors on the job. They have not been paid for 22 days. The men working and the women working. So it's shameful.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And, I appreciate John and Senator Fetterman being such a voice of reason on this. What I've said is, and it doesn't matter whether Republicans are in the majority or Democrats. If the Democrats were in the majority, I would be voting just how John is. We got to open the government. It's the most basic responsibility. And it's really starting to hurt working families. There's 100,000 federal employees in Pennsylvania. We're on the verge of not being able to pay our military. Can you imagine the greatest military in the world, and we have to have a donor that donates $130 million to help make the payroll? This is a disgrace. And we were just at something together, and Senator Fetterman said, this is a fail. He said it so well. This is a fail for us in the Congress that we can't keep the government up and running. It's our most basic responsibility.
Yeah. And Marty, as you know, we all know that our new airport in Pittsburgh now it's starting to emerge. But what now it's also happening, part of the shutdown is, the air traffic controllers now are stretched to their limits, and they're forced to work extreme hours, not paid. Do we really want to make that less safe for America as we're flying right now? We're both going to be flying there, and many of you are going to. Do we really want to mess with it? And that's part of our shutdown. If it's the 2 million Pennsylvanians that depend on to feed themselves, or our air traffic's unsafe, or now all other things. And also Head Start. That's effectively shutting down too. This impact is profound and significant. And now we are in different parties, but we both collectively agree that, we must keep our government open, and we can have a conversation, because I do strongly believe that there's a way forward to find tax credits to make our health care more affordable for Pennsylvanians that are going to find that now too. So here we're within a month to that, and now lives are really, really going to impact in very, very destructive ways. And I just don't want to be a part of that and vote to keep it down.
So John, as you're speaking, I get this text. Every one of those Democratic MFers voting against opening our government need replaced, period. There are a lot of angry people, aren't there, John? What do you tell them?
I'm sorry, I missed the last thing. What?
There are a lot of angry people out there. What do you tell them, sir?
They're angry. They're angry at what specifically? Our government's
shutdown.
Democrats. The shutdown, yeah.
Blaming Democrats.
I am angry about. I am angry about the shutdown. Yeah, absolutely. And I just did an event with my friend just about an hour ago. I actually apologized to people like that. It's a fail. It's a fail to have it shut down. You know, my vote, I voted 13 times now to open up our government. And I'd like to point out that CR is a Biden CR. Biden. We've already voted on that collectively when we were in the majority now, too. Now, it's not a political CR. It is, in fact, if anything, it's a former Biden one. And now that could fix this right now. We could open it up, and now we could engage in a conversation now to address the healthcare situation now that is going to begin right now on Saturdays now, too. So it's a core responsibility for Republicans or Democrats to keep our government open. And that's really where I'm at. So if people that are angry, I guarantee you when I'm back in Western Pennsylvania, I'm going to encounter people. Hey, it's like, how am I going to feed my family? And I don't have a good answer, honestly, other than I could just say, I'm sorry. You know, I'm going to continue to push and vote to reopen this and address these kinds of core responsibilities, part of our government. And I also, you know, the military, this is the world's most lethal military and the largest and most powerful. And you have to rely on a generous donor to pay those people. Like that's a disgrace. And it's like, that's a bad look. And now we can end this right now. We could end this right now. And we could just finally agree. We need five more Democrats to say, yes, let's agree. We can open this up and we can continue this conversation.
Senator McCormick, I get this text. TSA and the air traffic controllers will shut this system down around Thanksgiving. Massive call-offs. Does that scare you, sir?
It does.
It does.
It does. You know, that is, in addition to our military on the front line, that is one of the most stressful jobs in the world, to be an air traffic controller. And we have, all of us have family members flying all over the place. And to have them have the added burden of not being paid. The same with TSA. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by it. And for those who continue to serve us in the federal government because they're essential, I say thank you. We'll hopefully get this government open and get moving on. But
Senator, your staff doesn't get paid starting today. What happens?
They don't get paid. I have members of my staff that have had to get loans to make ends meet, and it's a real embarrassment.
John, same with your staff. It's not like your staff is loaded. They need that money, sir.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out too, we are getting paid. Right. We, you know, are. That's ridiculous. You know, it's like if we're keeping our government shut down and then we're getting paid, that's part of this absurdity. And now that's another reason why this needs to end.
It's wild, man. It's hairy. Those TSA folks, when we come back, I'm going to read you some of their messages. It's getting hairy.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Americans spend $66 billion on weight loss products and services each year. And you know what? Right here in our hometown, Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Bitchoff has helped thousands of people do just that. Lose weight, keep it off. In fact, he's been helping people take back control of their lives for more than 20 years here in Pittsburgh at the PA Hypnosis Center. You have an opportunity to do the same. Are you battling anxiety? So many people are. He can help you with that. If you want to quit smoking, Dan Bitchoff is the call you should make at the PA Hypnosis Center today. Schedule your free consultation at 724-934-8446, 724-934-8446. Dan can help you reach your goal with a 98% success guarantee. 724-934-8446. Call now.
A lot going down. Holidays coming up. Thanksgiving. My daughter Sophia's turning 21 right at Thanksgiving. And with the holidays, I'm going to take her into Diamonds Direct and see the best of the best Melanie. I'm serious. They have jewelry in there from $500 to $500,000. And holiday season is the time to find something perfect. They got this amazing, amazing selection. No sales pitch. None. I'm serious, man. And they care about all the customers. Melanie's become family to us. It's that good. holiday proposal, maybe an engagement ring. It's the spot. It's the joint. Best quality, amazing pricing. No better service than Diamonds Direct. It's right there at the Ross Park Mall, right at the entrance, right there on McKnight Road. Check it out, Diamonds Direct.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The savings are heating up at Coons Market.
Whole pork tenderloins, $2.49 a pound. Red seedless grapes, 99 cents a pound. And Progresso protein or vegetable classic soups, 18 and 19 ounce cans, 2 for $3. Come see us at Coons.
Open enrollment is here until December 7th. Will your doctors remain in network? Get free personalized Medicare plan comparisons from locally owned Need Part C right now. Top national and regional carriers. Medicare can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be with Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
A couple of folks sat at the airport yesterday for 6 hours trying to get to New York, and their flights were canned because of air traffic control issues in New York. Patrick, you were saying other cities having problems?
Yeah, Dallas, D.C., and Orlando have had delays because of air traffic control shortages.
Calling off.
Yep.
They've already missed one check, 2 more coming up. They're going to be unwilling to work. It's getting crazy. So, this is from TSA insiders. They're ready to snap. AM shift, 20 people called off. This is TSA here. PM shift, 10 call-offs. This is on top of approved leave of 18 a day. At least 10 people have quit outright. How about that? TSA here. In the last 2 weeks. Wow. Many single income officers are doing DoorDash and Uber Eats just to make ends meet. Wow. Oh, wow. Supervisors had their work week extended. Instead of 4 10-hour days, 5 10-hour days. Mandatory. Whoa. With the new airport, new terminal, all the TSA folks have to be at the airport at least 1 hour early every day due to new parking procedures. TSA will be required to park in the furthest parking lot and then wait for 30 minutes for a bus. Whoa. I ain't taking that job. This is from TSA folks. Here. We're being passively, aggressively threatened by management every day due to call-offs. Those of us who do show up are constantly berated and reminded about potential repercussions and consequences for calling off without a doctor's note. Wow. This is TSA. I love them. They're so nice to you. They do a hell of a job, and it's not easy work. TSA officers can't pay rent, feed their kids, or even put gas in their cars. But management is more concerned about reminding us that we could be fired for personally accepting a public donation to help us make ends meet so we can continue to show up for work. Wow. Fired from a job that isn't paying us right now, which is the entire reason why people are calling off or quitting entirely. The public should be aware of the added stress we're going through. This is TSA. It's crazy. The traveling public is being very kind to us. This is more. This just came in. One of the reminders from management at a shift briefing was this. If you call off, you better have to bring in a doctor's note when you return to work. An officer then asked, so we're not getting paid, and do you want us to pay a $50 copay for a doctor's note before we can come back to not getting paid? Whoa. Well, who do you blame, folks? Democrats or Republicans? Who do you blame? 866-391-1020. I did this at 10 a.m. Let's do it one more time. One 5-minute window. Who do you blame? Democrats or Republicans? 866-391-1020. I blame them both, I think. They're both arrogant, pompous, and feckless leaders, short of Fetterman and McCormick. 866-391-1020. Who do you blame? Now, my boys that work at TSA and friends that are in the business of airline pilots, air traffic controllers, tell me that it's about to get ugly. That unless this is settled, we're going to see a major slowdown over Thanksgiving. Patrick, I believe that, don't you?
Absolutely.
Even like a tacit, unorganized kind of hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, they're already stretched thin.
Yep.
So you start cutting that deeper.
Man. I don't blame them. So what'd you say? If they're furloughed, they're not getting paid at all?
If they're furloughed, they're laid off. So they're essentially, they're left to collect unemployment.
Wow.
So they got to file with state for unemployment benefits.
My man. I want to take these calls. Let me just grab them. Who do you blame? Who do you blame? Go.
Democrats.
Go. Why?
Look at the facts. Who wants to dig a deeper hole for $1 trillion for 7 damn weeks to pay for BS?
Love the calls. Love the calls. Who do you blame? Go. Who do you blame? Who do you blame?
I blame the Republicans.
Why?
What have they ever done that shows you that they are going to negotiate after this gets done?
I love these calls. I'm just blowing through them. Who do you blame? Who do you blame?
Democrats.
Go. Why?
Because the Democrats used every trick in the book to block Trump 45, and this is just more blocking moves to ruin Trump 47.
By the way, I love this because it's like 50-50, Patrick. It's actually fascinating. I love the calls. Who do you blame? Who do you blame?
Republicans.
Why?
Because they're the ones sitting and giving trillions to billionaires. It's not necessary.
I love the calls. Nobody's wrong. Who do you blame?
The damn Democrats, they're no good. We need to have some more strength, man. Trump's the greatest in the whole world.
I love these guys. Who do you blame? Who do you blame?
Both of them.
Good. There you go. That's my
Trump is
girl.
not the king.
That's my girl.
They should both sit down and work together.
Today.
Work it out.
Today, sister. Well, it's the best call all day. Who do you blame?
It's easy. The Democrats. Look at the numbers of Democrats that voted to keep the government closed. It's simple. It's the Democrats.
I'm trying to blow through these calls. Who do you blame?
The Democrats.
Why?
Well, they had the power to vote to open it up, and they chose not to. Just like the Good Witch in Wizard of Oz, you could have clicked your heels 3 times.
Nice.
And went home.
I like that. I like all of it.
NRG is proud to support the people and organizations giving back to the Pittsburgh community today and every day. If you've never thought about who supplies your electricity and natural gas, it's time to start. With NRG, you've got the power to choose an energy supplier that rewards you for using energy. Earn cash back, travel rewards, and even help power contributions to local nonprofits just for paying your bill. Check out offers and switch today at picknrg.com. NRG, energy that works for you and for Pittsburgh.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 52 degrees under partly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Pat Septak. The future of Pittsburgh Public Schools could look a lot different with fewer buildings, new staffing plans, and millions in projected savings. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Superintendent Dr. Wayne Walters unveiled the district's future-ready facilities plan Thursday night, a proposal that could reshape Pittsburgh Public Schools' 54-school footprint.
For too long, student experiences and outcomes in Pittsburgh have been shaped by uneven access to resources, programs, and facilities. This plan intentionally closes that gap. It does so by strategically reallocating resources, consolidating underutilized buildings, and investing in learning environments that serve all students well.
The plan projects $103 million in savings from shuttering 9 school buildings, along with changes to staffing, including some furloughs. A follow-up discussion is set for November 17th, with a possible vote to come after that. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Keep this in mind for your Monday commute. Pittsburgh Regional Transit Service on Monday will suspend rail service in downtown Pittsburgh. That is because crews will be doing work on overhead electrical wires, looking to get everything back online for Tuesday. Inbound service will stop at Penn Park Station. Riders will then take shuttle buses, taking them to stops along Liberty Avenue. Wood Street Station will be closed completely on Monday. At Gateway, the T will operate between outbound service to the north side and Allegheny Station. Inbound riders from that direction will take a shuttle at Allegheny Station. PRT says riders should give themselves at least 20 additional minutes for their travel on Monday. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 119 points, the NASDAQ is up 81 points, and the S&P 500 is up 1 point. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:31. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Hello, everyone. This is Bob Pompiani. It's called the Hybrid Operating Room, and it's the most advanced surgical environment in medicine at Independence Health System. It's opening new horizons for minimally invasive cardiac and endovascular surgery, like transcatheter aortic valve replacement and transcarotid revascularization for the treatment of carotid artery disease. In addition, the Hybrid Operating Room provides unparalleled imaging capabilities in the OR itself. For patients, that means shorter procedures, less post-operative recovery time, and less risk for complications. But that's only part of the equation. With Independence Health System, that technology is placed in the hands of some of the most accomplished heart and vascular specialists in Western Pennsylvania, ones whose skill and expertise have earned national, regional, and local recognition for clinical excellence. Independence Health System, where technique meets technology to provide its patients with the best endovascular and cardiac care.
With the kids back in school, now's the perfect time to refresh your home before the holidays. Larry Richard for Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, your local experts in custom drapery, blind, shade, shutters, and motorized window treatments. Get your home holiday ready with Lachina's free shop-at-home service and expert design advice. Visit Lachina's Dormont and Wexford showrooms or online at lachinadrapery.com. Call Lachina today, 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery, where style meets family tradition.
Hi, I'm Lynn Hayes Freeland. When you volunteer with your local AARP, it's easy to make a difference in your community. Volunteering with AARP can be as simple as taking a walk with a hiking group or being a supportive voice for family caregivers. You can volunteer on your schedule, whether just down the block or virtually from your computer, all while making new friends. With AARP, you don't have to go far to have a wide-ranging impact. Get started today at aarp.org/volunteer here.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Confused on where to start with weight loss medication? 95% of LifeMD patients said starting their weight loss journey was simple. Go to trylifemd.com now and see the best options with or without insurance for Wegovy, Zepbound, and more. Brian was approved for insurance coverage and lost 100 pounds.
I love the fact that insurance covered almost everything because pharmaceutical prices are going through the roof. The first time I realized that LifeMD was working for me was when the hunger started going away. I never thought losing weight would be this easy. It's given me more energy. I would recommend LifeMD to anybody.
Nearly 96% of patients said they would recommend the LifeMD program to anyone who wants to lose weight. Get started right now at trylifemd.com. That's TRYLIFEMD.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Windy and chilly for the rest of Halloween with clouds, a few intervals of sunshine, even a brief shower, high 52. Mostly cloudy and breezy early tonight with a stray sprinkle, then partly cloudy late tonight, low 38. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it hard to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
One of my boys just sent me the pictures of three massive crates of pennies. He's going to turn in tomorrow, Giant Eagle. That's cool. So how's it work? So if I give you $10 in pennies, they give you 20, right? Up to what, $100?
Yep, up to $100.
It's cool.
So you bring in $100 worth of pennies, they give you $200 in gift cards.
Nice.
That's the max.
Is that the max? Tomorrow. I love it. I think it's fun. I think a lot of kids will do it, too. I was looking last night. We have a jar, but it has all kind of change in it. I don't want to sift out the pennies, and it has quarters in it. And if you want to know how they're going to do it, it's smart. They're going to weigh your pennies and give you a certain amount for how much they weigh. I think it's cool. But you can bring in up to 1,000 at different spots and stuff, as Artman told us. I love the idea. Per person, yeah, can bring in 100. So if you got it, oh man, it could be ugly. It could be. It could be. It could be. I don't know, man. From 11 to 4, I see this. I'm going to go to my Giant Eagle tomorrow and just check it out. Oh, this is at all their stores. Wow. 4 to 11 tomorrow. Bring your pennies. Double the number they'll provide. That's cool. You got to have 50 cents and a max of $100. Artman was on here yesterday talking about 400 stores. I asked him what they're going to do with the pennies. They're going to use them for like 3 months. There really is a shortage. That's no BS. What's this thing I just read? Oh, I said 11 to 4. I said 4 to 11. No, it's 11 to 4. 11 to 4. And they'll weigh them. That's smart, right, Patrick?
Very smart.
Really smart. Because that way, you know, people bring in rolls of pennies and then you have to put a counter. And I love the idea. It's brilliant. And everybody has pennies. The only thing is, man, where the hell do you put them? They're heavy, man. I mean, it's going to be crazy. Huh? Patrick, they'll get millions of pennies tomorrow, right? Crazy.
Millions? I don't know. That's a lot. I'm curious to see how many people are going to do it.
I think a lot.
I just don't know how many people have a bunch of pennies anymore.
Every single house I go into has a penny jar. Hey, big man, Trevor,
Yes, sir. Yes,
do you have
sir.
pennies, dog?
Of course I do.
See, man.
What are you saying right now?
Ours is right in the kitchen on the counter.
Ours are everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
I'm thinking about the little ones, man. That would
Kids
be
love
super-
this stuff.
Exactly. But my concern would be, and not to have anything negative on it,
No.
is how the adults are going to act, because I'm thinking that there are going to be little ones there, I would think. Because, you know, little ones
I
love to collect
completely
pennies.
agree. I completely agree.
And it's the day after Halloween.
Wow. Man, there were old ladies that would give us pennies on Halloween.
Yep.
For once, it makes sense now.
That was a bad idea. That got you an egg delivery. Or worse.
I remember hearing them drop in the. We used to have the plastic containers sometimes, like a bucket or even the jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
And the minute you heard that clink at the bottom of your you knew.
Aggravated. If you gave me a potato, that BS. That guy giving out potatoes. But you notice what he said, Trevin. Potatoes and candy.
Of course.
So my man that just sent me a really cool picture has 40,000 pennies. Wow. Man, that's heavy, too. I'm sitting here thinking, if they get 4 million pennies, I mean, that's one guy, 40,000, Patrick. How do they... do they put them in Chuck's car? You know what I'm saying? Do you keep them in the store and use them for change?
I think that's the idea.
Yeah, I think it is.
I have a question.
Yeah,
you
man.
said you think they're only going to use them for 3 months.
No, they'll run out. They'll run out.
In 3 months, they anticipate running out. Or
That's
they
what I
would
got
run
from the
out.
man himself,
Got it. Okay.
the legendary Bill Artman. So how about this? McDonald's. New payment policy. This just happened, by the way. They round up or round down. Patrick, kind of lay out how it works. It's actually interesting as hell.
Yeah, so I haven't seen this in action, but
Me neither.
you know, if your order is $2.97, they're going to round it up.
Yep.
Wow. So they'll round it up to $3 even, make it flat.
And if it's $2.91, they round it down
to $2.90.
So if it's actually kind of practical. If the total ends in 1 or 2 cents, they round it down to 0. Wow.
Well, they've been talking about eliminating the penny for
No,
a
you're
while.
right, brother.
I think
They're
that's
doing
where
it,
this all
brother.
comes from.
If the customer total ends in 3 cents or 4 cents, you round up to 5. Huh. If the customer total ends in 5 cents or 0 cents, exact change is given because you got a nickel. It's kind of convoluted. If the customer total ends in 8 or 9 cents, they round up to 10. I hope they're not relying on those clerks to do this math, Patrick. You know what I'm saying? Mickey D's isn't exactly the PhD training ground. Man, this could be ugly. Woo! Pennies. I can't wait to hear how this plays out. I think it's a great idea, man. I love it. It gets people excited about their pennies.
Oh, here's what I'm seeing.
Go ahead, man. Go.
Apparently, it's only for cash transactions.
Who, Giant Eagle?
No, McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's.
So this is only regarding cash transactions.
Makes sense.
So if you're paying by card,
same old. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, what's to keep people from going to the bank and getting a whole bunch of pennies and rolling into Giant Eagle tomorrow?
You can. You can, brother.
I can see that happening.
Wow, I did not think of that. So you could go and get $50 worth of pennies and get a $50 gift card.
Or $100 gift card, right?
Get 50 more. Yeah.
Yeah, I just made people rich.
You did, man. You know, Chris, that's actually smart. How you doing? Thanks, Chris. I did not think of that.
He should have kept that to himself.
Oh, the banks don't have them. That's what I'm being told right now. The banks don't even have that many pennies. That's the issue.
Which is why Giant Eagle's doing this, because they can't get pennies from the banks to give people change.
Durr.
Makes sense.
Durr.
But if you find one that's got some rolls.
Man. I'm going to go and get my whole paycheck, $350, turn into pennies, and dump them at Giant Eagle on the floor tomorrow.
You get $350?
You get $328.
We got a problem.
I'm going to go by the store tomorrow. I think it's going to be cool as hell. Lots of fun. Banks do not give out bulk pennies. My man Ben. Ben, you're all right, brother. Chris, sorry, man. Your scam just blew up.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. PNC Supply. And app only.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hi, I'm Nancy Cartwright. You may know me better as the voice of Bart Simpson. On Simpsons Declassified, we're diving into the mysteries that keep the Simpsons forever young. Have you ever wondered how the Simpsons regularly predicts future events? Who better to ask than the show's creators, performers, and writers, the celebrity guests? Be sure to follow and listen to Simpsons Declassified wherever you get your podcasts.
While you sleep, There are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingle, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin. They're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing.
Allegheny County faced the largest tax increase in our history, but one leader had the courage to say no. Pat Katina stood with taxpayers, not the politicians, because Pat believes government should live within its means, just like every hardworking family does. On County Council, Pat Katina's a proven leader, protecting your tax dollars, demanding accountability, and standing up for the common sense values that make our community strong. This Tuesday, stand with the leader who stands with you. Vote Pat Katina. Paid for by friends of Pat Katina.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
Spirits are up in Latrobe. We're excited to announce the strong Orlando schedule out of Latrobe. That's right, Orlando is #1. Fly out of Latrobe. Easy drive. Park for free. Book now for your Orlando excursion. Be part of the top destination out of Latrobe.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Yesterday, Carnegie Mellon University announced that it has tapped a longtime leader to serve as the next dean for its engineering school. Bersuat Quince, head of CMU's Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, has been named the Dr. William D. and Nancy W. Strecker Dean at the College of Engineering, the first woman to ever hold the role. Her appointment comes after the previous dean, William Sanders, left CMU over the summer to become president of the Rochester Institute of Technology in New York. Also, Havas Red is relocating its Pittsburgh office from downtown to East Liberty after decades in the central business district. The public relations agency expects to settle into its new space at 6022 Penn Avenue on November 13th. It signed a 7-year lease in the building and will occupy more than 3,000 square feet. Havas Red's roots go back 49 years in Pittsburgh. Leslie Silliman, U.S. Managing Director, is based here. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I love this promotion. It's just fun. And let me say this. One of my boys, one of the coolest guys ever, one of the Bowser crew, sent me a text, Patrick. Just went to Dollar Bank. They wouldn't give me any pennies. So there you go. Thus, the reason for having this. This isn't BS. There really is a shortage.
Yeah, there definitely is. I was at PNC a couple of weeks ago, and somebody in front of me was trying to get pennies for whatever, and they told them they didn't have any rolls. That was it.
I'm going to my first big rap concert Saturday night. Don't laugh. With my son and one of his boys. I'm looking forward to it, actually. I don't even know what it's called because I'm an idiot, but it's definitely Saturday night at PPG. It's Cardi Playboy. It's Playboy Cardi. My son said it's like 5 or 6 different groups. I'm cool with that. I have not been to a rap show. My son didn't want Daddy to go. Too bad. I was keeping it real. Said, Mama, you're 15. Daddy's going. with any show. Come on, man. I'm looking forward to it. I love it. You know what's cool about kids is they do their own thing, man. And they have their own groove. I was the same with my music. And my dad would, like, cringe because I was blasting Pink Floyd and Black Sabbath. And, oh, my father was like, damn, son. And my son plays this pretty hardcore rap, and my wife's like, I think it's cool, though, man. You got to find your place. And we can, as parents, dictate what they can or within limits, right? Yeah, I don't like, and this is just the truth, the lyrics. I can't buy into it, and I've pointed that out to him. It's harsh and crude and vulgar, and the use of the N-word is obnoxious. But that's me, though, an old white guy. It's a phenomenon. It's highly entertaining. The kids love it. There's a rapper out there right now, and I mentioned this to Patrick, and I can't remember his name. You can't get tickets. It's insane. I mean, and my son played it for me last night. The dude was screaming stuff I couldn't even mention. But this has happened through time, man. Bands come out. You remember death metal when it came out? People were so offended. Pink Floyd, all these groups, man. Black Sabbath was offensive. And do you remember when Alice Cooper was offensive, right? Seriously. And people were outraged about Alice Cooper. My point is, man, your kids got to find their place. And if that means me going to a rap concert with my son at PPG, I'm cool for that. Speaking of, I had to mention this before we go. These folks that own PPG now, these uptight actuarial number crunchers, the Fenway Group, they're called. Billionaires out of Boston. This poor man that fell down the stairs and almost died, flipped over 3 levels. They literally released this statement that this is the best they can do. That the man used non-designated stairway. Come on, man. Come on. Can we act like adults here and tell us what happened? I'll tell you what happened. This guy, and we've all done this. So you look down the aisle. There's 30 people down the aisle. And you don't want to climb over them to get to the bathroom or wherever. You climb either above or below. It's the seats below where there's no crowd. Right? I have tripped and fallen because I'm an idiot and a dimwit. This man was doing that. And he tripped and he fell and he nearly died. And he fell to the suite level and then hit a fan. Then he fell to another level. What I don't like is this. The patron was not using the designated staircase at the time of the incident, and the safety barrier remained intact. Shut up. Come on, man. Come on, man. Treat the horrible accident with compassion and kindness and consideration, and then treat the litigation, which is what you're doing here in the Post-Gazette with that stupid statement. Treat that in the courtroom or with the check you might have to write or you're worried about you might have to write. But a man nearly died watching your team, and it wasn't malicious on your part or his. Get in the damn ambulance with him, man. Hold his hand. Hug his wife. Ask them what you can do to help. And then get your damn lawyers from Boston to make some stupid statement. I challenge anyone to suggest they have never tripped trying to help get past people at a stadium. Come on, man. One more thing. My man Bob, Elvis Presley was offensive. It's the truth. The Beatles were offensive.